All right, good afternoon. We've got the first Metroid Prime cross-game cut match of round 5 with Cosmonaut and Cestron representing German Galaxy versus Roboscout and Emblem representing Dragoneers. I'm Azure. Joining me on comms is Aaron and Pierre. How are you all doing?
I'm doing great today. How about y'all?
I'm ready to see this new weighting system in action.
Yeah, they are using it. We had the new item placement weighting system in place for some of the agreed upon matches of last round, but now it's the default for this round going forward.
Yeah. This is going to be really interesting. We have completely new weighting system for where we decide in the randomizer to actually place all of our important progression pickups. And so far, the apparent result is that we have two locations in the game that are a lot more strongly favored. In Echoes, we have Sank, Map Station, and Amorphous, which are much more likely to have something. In Prime, I've also been told that Tower of Light is actually a lot better weighted now.
Yeah,
better than Zero, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure at this point that it's not confirmation bias. I don't know if the devs have run numbers on that kind of thing, but
yeah,
it's.
I haven't done numbers on it with generating patches, but I've never ever had a Morbus 9 times in a row, and that's what I've had all 9 times I've played. It's had something, which is nice. I like doing it.
It's done numbers on the runners, at least, it seems.
Yeah, lots of numbers.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Has a large survey, I guess you would call it, because occasionally what they do is they generate like a batch of 10,000 seeds or whatever just to see what's changed. Has that been done yet for the new pickup placement?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Alright. Anyways, hopefully we're getting underway soon. We've got most of our players ready. It's just Emblem who is still not with us.
Yeah, Emblem's practicing Wind Chamber Gateway roll jumps, which is not what I'd personally use to get across that gap. But...
Yeah, but they're the only person who hasn't readied up in the race time room, unfortunately. I'm sure they will in a second.
Yeah, there is some preference when deciding what types of strategies you want to use for getting things, but if you look at it on an objective basis, doing a roll jump is just, especially for a distance that is just on an objective level, like I said, more difficult than doing a dash. Your inputs are less lenient, and you're pressing more buttons total.
It's slower to leave too.
Yes,
normally it's this balance between speed and difficulty, but really roll jumps are just the worst of both worlds in a lot of scenarios. They're good if you need something that's... They are good in some scenarios where you're crossing very short distances, but in that one it's just not the right choice.
I suppose, yeah, if you're already morphed. Actually, yeah, you're probably already morphed there because you're power bombing the wind chamber door.
I guess that makes sense.
If you're roll jumping to the item, though, you have to deal with the camera as you're turning right. It doesn't work out very well.
Oh,
you can use
mainly
roll jumping on the way back. That's
yeah, roll jumping on the way back, which
also it appears that Emblem is having some audio issues. That'll just take a second to sort out.
Like, if you're going to the item, you have the delay on powerbombing the door to deal with, so you can use that as time to unmorph, which you want to do anyway, shoot the door. I don't know, those things are minuscule, though. They don't...
I had nothing else to talk about, so I decided to...
Yeah, we've literally... I'm just adding on to what you were saying, too. There's not much to talk about right now.
There is a few things to talk about. We can make our predictions for the seed. I'll also just let everybody know, we don't really have any RAs for today. Nothing's to missile and cross-game models, but again, those don't really change anything. I am interested to hear what you guys think our seed has in store for us, though.
Some good gameplay. I'm
yeah.
not sure. They're gonna give it their all.
Okay, I'm getting audio from Emblem.
Yeah. Sestron pulled off a nice Agon key skip in one of the prior races. So stuff like that, if a Morbus or mining plaza is required, may advantage him.
Yeah, the
definitely.
more and more Echoes tournaments seem to have been hosted, people are just getting better and better and more knowledgeable at skipping items for different checks and locations. There are advantages and disadvantages for the meta as a whole when the meta shifts towards that kind of stuff, but just as a player, I find it more interesting, I guess.
Okay, if everybody's readied up, we're going to see us start very, very soon as the stream catches up to real time.
Yeah, it's good to know that kind of stuff, how to do some of those sequence breaks. But even if you don't know them, there are scenarios where you can play around the fact that you don't know them and try to get an advantage that way.
Yeah, the Prime games have so many different tricks that are available to you that oftentimes you'll have lots of different ways to approach your issues.
Something like a more key skip doesn't actually even really guarantee you a time save benefit. Something like randomizer might end up skipping an easy key and wasting time on a walk crawl, but looks like they're starting.
You have to do it well, but there's some keys that can be really bad spots for it. Oh, Echo space jump right away? Okay.
Lame. That's pretty much expected.
Yeah. Sometimes getting interesting, they're late. Joe Kent and main energy controller. That's one out of the two Joe Kents in the pool. And we've got a Prime missile launcher in Alcove, so they'll be able to get the hits from Artifact Temple right away for the Prime game.
And once again, another CGC race on the Echo side where they have to do the Splinter fight without power bombs. I don't think I've seen it happen once in the tournament that someone has had power bombs for this. But
yeah,
I'm getting pretty bored personally of doing the fight like this constantly.
I got a powerbomb expansion in a practice yesterday, but
oh, that's nice.
But yeah, like since you're not guaranteed to get your own item in main energy controller, it's probably a lot less likely you get some sort of aid for doing this fight.
Even when I get a missile expansion now, I'm like, oh, thank God. Yes. just a tiny bit faster.
Echoes you take in the Artifact Temple. Yeah, so I think
I'm not going to be reading them.
Yeah, a lot of people in the meta do not read these right away and just keep them in the logbook for later. Because these are right at the start of the game. And at the start of the game, especially in a multi-world setting, you want to try and get to your in-logic checks as quickly as possible to reduce the chances of your partner getting stuck.
I want to thank Cestrion for space jumping over the barrier and allowing the Splinter fight to become essentially free. You can shoot through the backside of this wall, but Dark Alpha Splinter can't hit you unless you're like standing right in front of it on that side. So you can just stand there and fire your perfectly timed charge beam shots and save tons of time.
I did not realize that you could shoot through the other side of that barrier.
Yeah, it's actually only one-sided.
Is that a power bomb expand? Oh, that's an X-ray.
X-ray.
Oh, X-ray and transport access B. Very nice find.
I thought it was an Echo's power bomb from the bottom because
it also looked like that. Yeah, it was like a big item. I thought the same thing.
Yeah, from the bottom you just see that little, almost like a platform that's floating there, so it doesn't really tell you a whole lot.
Okay, Root Canal has Echo's bombs.
Root Canal? Do you mean Root Cave?
No, I mean Root Canal is Transport Tunnel B.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
It is a good name for that room.
Little joke.
That is funny.
I see a lot of teams, including mine, actually get that item immediately with missile launcher in hand. Just doing it before Chozo, it has equal chance of being progression as like some of the other Chozo stuff, I'm pretty sure. So
yeah, it's a
might
good
as well
play.
get it out of the way.
Because you're either getting this right away and putting off all the Chozo checks by like 30 seconds each, or you're putting this off for like 5 minutes.
It's really rare that the Echoes player will even find progression for you after they're done with Dark Elf Splinter, because there's still like a lot to do.
Okay, so Cestrion making the GFMC play.
I think he's just... I'm gonna guess he's just doing calm area and turning around.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that
because we
makes
do
more
have bombs.
sense.
Oh, that's light beam in the boost half pipe on Chozo Plaza.
No, I guess I'm
That's
wrong.
definitely a big item. Oh, and we've got our spider ball.
Yeah, Spider. Yeah, Prime Spider in calm area. And no, Cestrion's continuing. I think I like what Aaron thought he was doing more. Just getting calm area and leaving because... oh no, he's got missiles actually. This isn't a GFMZ soft block, that's fine.
Yeah. I didn't actually catch if it was launcher or not. That was my bad.
Oh, and that's a morph ball.
I don't think it was
God.
launcher. Yeah, Morph Ball. Getting
Morph Ball
Morph Ball here
too.
makes this a very good play.
Now we're gonna have 2 morph balls.
Yeah, double morph ball.
Okay, but you don't need to dupe the item there if it's for
Oh,
somebody
power
else.
bomb expansion. Okay, we're getting a lot of items very quickly. Echoes, we have our space jump, our bombs, our power bombs. Not logically though, but our missiles. We have a lot to work with right now. The only big progression item that we're not quite sure where it is the dark beam. That's one of the really big early game items.
We're missing Prime Space Jump.
Prime bombs.
Yeah, Prime doesn't have nearly as much to work with. We've got the Morph Ball, which is a good find. Spider Ball isn't very important at this stage of the game. Our big early Prime items are going to be those bombs, really, and the Space Jump, like mentioned. We would also very much like to see Wave Beam and Various Suit, but that's not going to be important for a little bit. Did that look like an E-Tank to you in Vault?
I wasn't paying attention. I'm writing a note. Ing Reliquary, for those who missed it, is not going to have any progression this time around. Although Cestrion doesn't know that. He didn't decide to take the time to read it. Emblem did.
A Cursed Like is also dead.
Yep.
Yeah, alright.
Is that Varia?
Various Suit on Rune Shrine. Yeah, that's a very good find. That was one of the items that I mentioned. That's not our bombs, but, you know, that's pretty good. That's Magmor open. Now, we can't really get very far in Magmor without bombs. Because you just walk into Lava Lake and boom, you're locked out. The only way to do much more would be to go around and go from not the Chozo elevator, but Talon elevator.
Yeah, that's a common early game requirement to come from that elevator.
Yes, but it's never convenient, because you have to go through a lot of backtracking. The only real reason that you would want to go back to Talon is to get your artifact temple. And I guess if you do that, then it's a little bit more convenient.
Emblem got a hint for Amber in Portal Access A, which is obtainable, so we're going to be seeing some Amber hints early.
That's
and
always
Sync
very
Cache as
nice.
well.
And definitely very nice to not have to leave Sand Cache behind.
I don't get the checking Mining Plaza immediately thing upon entering Aegon. Usually you're going to have a chance to just peek it on the way out, and then you don't end up wasting nearly as much time turning.
Well, yeah, but it's actually pretty common for people to end up leaving through one of the other elevators. Not like absurdly so, but occasionally you will see a game where just going straight from main reactor over to Sank is actually a valid play.
And,
Doesn't end up lasting as long.
in CGC, you're less likely to get like all of your relevant progression at a reasonable time, I think.
Yeah.
I think walking out the front of Agon is pretty underrated.
Walking out of
it
the front
is-
of Agon is good, for sure.
It
Looks
is-
like nothing of value was in Lower Watery Hall. And
it
that's
is-
Amber translated for emblem.
Yeah, it's the faster way to get to the hive chamber checks, going out the front of Dragon.
One
Rather than
additional
save
thing that you get out of looking at Mining Plaza later is that you're not delaying getting, well, in this case, in this race specifically, you're not delaying getting the Amber, which might lead to Prime 1 progression behind this gate. That time can matter early on in the game, especially when your teammate is just waiting for bombs or space jump.
Agon, Hive, Talon for Agon keys.
Yeah.
Cosmonaut taking a convenient return to start to presumably go get Artifact Temple, maybe check the Frigate item, it looks like, and probably to take the elevator to Magmore, but not for sure. I just assumed they would have stayed in Chozo longer if they wanted to see more of it.
That's a
just
hilarious
noticed-
placer missile launcher. What the heck?
Where is
Mining
it?
Station A.
Oh, that's an
missile
Aegon
launcher.
key in
Goes-
Frigate crash site.
Oh, that's kind of gross, but it also means that power bombs and spider ball and bombs have to be available before that.
Robo
Yeah.
Scout grabbing the light beam.
That's really good information if you're Team Dragoneers. Maybe German Galaxy will also peek it the same way.
So I noticed a comment in the race time room that Robo Scout was not receiving items and has to restart Endovania.
Yeah,
So
that's
that's
why
what Spider
Robo
Bomb
Scout was
was
paused
about.
for a second there, if you were looking.
I missed that, so I didn't see what that affected, but yeah, maybe gonna slow them down a little bit.
It did. Oh, that's a Dark Beam on Bomb Guardian.
I see this happen so often now. Dark Beam on Bomb Guardian.
Okay, 10-minute Dark Beam boring race. Spider in calm area. Thanks, game.
It is worth noting Cestrion has found their Amber by now.
Yeah, Ciceron made a play to get that hint earlier. I don't know if I necessarily
hint
agree
for
with
bombs.
it. In Cache 4, okay.
So that's going to be our
Very
prime bombs.
Very simple beginning. You can rush that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, stuff like getting the Amber hint in Portal Terminal before getting Sand Cache. Like the Portal Terminal hint is nice, but you can just get it later when you're not.
Oh, Space Jump for Prime was in
Delaying
Sand Cache. I
progression.
totally missed that.
Oh yeah, I did miss that. Oh yeah, that ties into what Aaron was saying. Yeah, so you don't want to delay the item in there to send to your partner.
Especially because you're Ciceron delaying Aegon Temple. I think because they don't have missile launcher. Wait, then
Maybe it's
missile launcher is
I don't know.
blocking Dark Beam, and that's blocking Prime 1 bombs. I guess Prime 1 has some progression that's hasn't been found yet.
Did that look like something in a short tunnel? I'm not sure.
I didn't see. We'll see RoboScout pass through there again.
Yeah, we'll see.
There is a main power bombs. It looks like
Okay.
in Fiery Shore Lower Eye, though.
Yeah,
RoboScout
Yeah,
just picked
that's
that up.
one step towards missile launcher.
yeah, that's in logic.
No, it was just an ammo expansion in short tunnel. Oh, and that's an STK in Triclops pit. That's one. We've got 8 more to go.
There was also one in Mineshaft.
Ah, I didn't notice. Thank you for letting
Yeah.
me know.
The chat was very kind in posting about that. It's for me to write down. Yeah,
Was
THK,
it
there's...
grabbed? Was the mineshaft one grabbed?
I think it... Yeah, Emblem does have it in their inventory. So I'm pretty
I
sure.
would actually.
Ice Beam
Ice
and Warrior Shrine.
Ice Beam. I was going to say something about that too. I would have delayed Mineshaft if that's what you're getting at.
Yeah, I would have seen the STK there and just left. Because you want to spend that time getting items for your partner. You likely want to go back to Mineshaft anyways for Mining Station B hit once you have Seekers.
100%. I agree with that.
These are like really little things that you gain with experience of just the meta of racing and how you can get advantages. It's kind of different in multi-world compared to solo. So
Playing with a partner changes the mindset of the race a lot, I feel.
Yeah, you're less willing to take these risks, these greedy moves, because if you do that, you could be leaving something in, leaving your partner just waiting and making them lose time. So you want to sort of take a lot more safe routes with lots and lots of items that you can get, because a Hail Mary play is a lot less likely to work out. And if it doesn't, it's got a lot higher consequences.
I missed short tunnel again. I wasn't paying attention.
Short tunnel was just an ammo expansion for beams. Nothing important.
Where's Plaza?
Oh, is Roboscat having to fix Randovania again?
No, we're getting artifact hints. Burn Dome, or I think that's Burn Dome, yeah.
It looked like he skipped Truth.
Ice Ruins East.
Skipped reading the first one, it looked like, unless he has it. Which I don't think he does.
The first one said Plaza.
Okay, that's not great. That means we have to go to Sank. But we were probably going to get those items anyways. Transit Station.
Sorry, what was the first one?
The first one was Torvus Plaza.
Torvus Plaza?
No, it was
okay.
Torvus Plaza. That was before Burn Dome.
Thanks.
Okay, Torvus Plaza isn't so bad. Vault. Ooh. That's not a bad location for checks. Oh, Venomous Pond. Required light suit.
You're thinking of the wrong room. Venomous Pond is not...
Oh, wait, no, you're right. I was thinking of, what, Poisonous Bog?
Yes.
Cache. Okay, that's a Seeker's check. So those artifacts are almost all in Echoes.
They're pretty tame.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot worse places they could be. The only Prime one I saw was Burn Dome.
Ice Ruins East is one.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Okay, Emblem getting the bombs that we saw hinted in Incash for.
Roboscat is like, where's my morph ball to use those?
Dude, oh yeah, where's my morph?
Emblem hasn't been to GFMC.
I've got Spider, I've got bombs. Where's my morph ball?
And there's Lightning from Cosmonaut.
Yeah, so Emblem made the play to just Cestron also getting the SDK. I actually thought that their team might have skipped
what was that
SDK
injunction site? That looked like a key or something? I only got a glimpse of that. Thermal Visor.
Did Cestron read? Cestron hasn't been to the energy controller yet, right? He just got Dark Beam and decided to do Mineshaft.
Yeah.
The energy controller has the hint for bombs. I probably would have gotten the Echoes bombs before. No, I guess he did read it. I definitely would have gotten the Echoes bombs before getting Mineshaft, that's for sure.
You mean Prime bombs?
Or Prime bombs, my bad.
Emblem, meanwhile, is whittling down Jump Guardian. We haven't seen much Dark Aegon out of Cestrion yet. Looks like we're
without Light Beam?
I don't know. We have light ammo. We have light beam. I don't know why they're doing the charged missile.
I've forgotten that I have light beam here at times.
Yeah, light beam, you don't use it very often this early in the game, so it's understandable that you could just forget you have it.
Although, yeah, that is both Echo's beams, so they're gonna have...
Yeah, we're only missing Annihilator, which isn't really that important.
They're gonna have pretty free Dark World traversal, relatively speaking.
Yeah, because they can use all of the partially energized portals. They don't have to rely on terminals that they can scan. There's a Spider Ball in Jump Guardian.
Yeah, I think someone called it in chat. Yeah, we were thinking the exact same thing. So that's a launcher.
Oh, that was
magic.
I guess that was a Spider Ball or no, it's Cannonball, right?
Cannon.
Wow, don't tell me this is actually boost.
Oh, that's boost. Good news.
Wow.
That's fortunate, because...
We do not want to get cannon this early, because we're going to be using those kinetic orb cannons.
You can't scan the item in that spot?
Yeah, they have the same
model.
Oh,
I can never tell Spider apart from Boost, but they are at least different models.
I would be in such a good mood right now because a lot of the early game items that Echoes has right now are like convenient and good to have, but they still don't have access to a lot of areas that aren't like labs and temple grounds cleanup. So I wouldn't
Yeah.
feel overwhelmed with my decision making, but I would feel good about the items that I have.
Yeah, we
An
haven't
emblem
found
not
stuff
using
like
boost
screw
ball.
attack or visors or our later game translators that open up a lot of late game areas.
Emblem is doing the me thing where I'm used to doing 100% speedruns, and I just don't use boost ball in early locations because I.
Oh,
just
RoboScout
have
might
it.
have crashed. I'm not sure.
I didn't notice
Well,
what he
their
was just
game is
doing.
off right now. I don't know if that's a capture issue or if that's a my game is off issue.
Looks like I'm actually sure. I'm actually not sure if he plays on console or not.
I don't recognize this.
Yeah,
it's
there it is.
console,
He
I
had
don't
to
recognize this
restart
capture
his
card
game.
screen. Also, yeah, I just realized that Sanctuary is in Logic as well now, with beams and Spider and all that stuff.
Yeah, we have main power bombs as well. So yeah, that's
Yeah,
all.
that's what I mean.
Oh, that does mean we can go get the Hazing Cliff artifact if we really wanted to.
You kind of don't want to prioritize artifacts right now. Although
Yeah, this early in the game, it's not really important.
Spider Ball, yeah, with Spider Ball,
I'd probably just play it safe. I just do Temple Grounds, Labs into Sank. I probably, like, Sank is like an okay play, but you can't go that far logically without grapple or screw attack usually. And if you're not comfortable with doing tricks to skip screw attack, you can't stay in there for long. So I think you get more value out of leaving Sank last. There's also a chance that you just get Supers or a suit and then you can do Torless.
yeah, there's Hall of Combat Mastery and Calling Chamber available, but
Sestrion did get a more optimal Jump Guardian fight because they remembered that they had Light Beam.
Yeah, it's interesting that the seed so far has basically been in favor of German Galaxy just because of the play that Astor and I were talking about at the beginning about doing GFMC, it being Morph Ball.
Yeah, that ended up really
Yeah.
paying off.
I'm gonna put that in the back of my mind for future.
RoboScout doesn't have a save.
Oh, that's an Echo Visor at the top of Dynamo, I believe, that we just got. From
That is like
Cosmonaut.
advisor.
So that means that RoboScout is going to have to leave that, and the lower Dynamo item as well, for quite a while later. Actually, wait, can we even get this far into Chozo without Morph Ball? I'm not sure we can.
No.
Not.
I forgot there was that one tunnel that lets you into the room with the big tree. That has Morph Lock as well.
Yeah, did Robo lose a save? Is that what this is?
Yeah.
Must have. That's really unfortunate. That's like 3 big tech issues for Dragoneers in a row.
Does Dolphin not have... Was it a game crash that caused this? Because I would have figured that Dolphin has preventions for losing your physical save files. The emulator can't write into a file.
I don't know what's going on.
It's possible it was a game crash and he just never saved because
I think that's the case. I don't think RoboScout saved. Cosmonaut, we saw take a warp to start.
Actually, there's a 12-minute save. IGT,
oh, okay. So it's not as bad. We're losing 10 minutes, not 20 minutes. That's pretty. We are doing Burn Dome. One of these has to be an artifact. It's either on the drone or it's behind. Okay, so the drone has our mystery item for Burn Dome.
Looks like Emblem is psychically taking my advice about Temple Grounds cleanup and is heading to GFMC.
And we will get to see if this item behind the power bomb wall is going to be something. It's not.
We saw this earlier from Sestrion.
Yeah.
Oh, did we? I didn't realize they had power bombs at this stage.
It was a stray power bomb expansion they had at the time.
Ah.
Oh, okay, yeah. So, if you look in the race time, it says that I think RoboScout was starting a second file because they thought they had an item eaten, and Emblem was actually looking at his inventory. to see if it was sent or not. I'm not sure which item it was.
That's a shame.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. So yeah, he was kind of doing something heads up and trying to start a second file to maybe go grab whatever it was. I've had to do that at times with connection issues. It's
Cestrion heading to ventilation shaft and presumably next to main reactor. And that's a grapple beam in ventilation shaft for Prime. I'm not so sure that's going to be important. We've already got our space jump.
yeah, the grapple puts the thermal visor.
Wave beam on top of the ship in GFMC. That's huge.
That actually maybe I want to say that works out for RoboScout, but he's behind on a lot of Joseph checks, not having been able to
I don't
do
think it's going to come into play for their advantage, just because we were so far away from being able to make use of the wave beam in the first place. It's just not going to do a lot for us.
I think Cestrion will probably go to Temple Grounds clean up after doing Dark Labs as well, so it probably won't end up mattering much in terms of versus the other team.
Yeah, Temple Grounds cleanup is really a very high priority thing to do anyways.
Unless he... Yeah, like, it would be unlucky for Cestrion if he were to find some sort of major Echoes progression that would send him somewhere else before that.
Did any of you see what was in Grand Wind Chamber?
No, I didn't see it, the bitrate.
I guess it's probably not important.
Nice! E-dashing across, let's go.
That E-dash is good.
Wind Chamber Gateways an ammo expansion. Cosmonaut now just chilling in Hall of the Elders. We're doing late Chozo checks. We do have that ice beam though, so we are going to be able to do some stuff here.
Yeah, not having wave beam for a Cosmo is probably going to be fine, because I believe he's going to know how to bomb jump into the wave tunnel.
German Galaxy is actually one of our highest ranked teams. They have a 3-1 win-loss ratio, so they probably know this trick. Given they actually have one of the lower scores in that 3-1, I guess you would call it a bracket. But that's only marginally important.
They were seed 6 from the qualifier, and RoboScout and Emblem are seed 7. But I honestly think I'd say German Galaxy is kind of seated lower than I would rank them. Just on
I was referring more to their TB score in the Swiss format. So they have.
That doesn't really matter. That doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, it's not super important.
Yeah, my gut feeling, I think if I looked at the whole list, I'd probably put them at either 2nd or 3rd. It's difficult to say, though.
Yeah, I know they've put in a ton of practice, very specifically.
Yeah, probably more than any other team.
For this format.
Really, you think so?
Oh,
more than any other team? That's an ambitious claim, but I can definitely believe you. Dragoneers, I think, is definitely probably the one that we were giving just the mental disadvantage to, but we really can't count them out at all.
No, there's a lot of things that could happen in a CGC race.
Okay, we are going to get this storage here. That's just knee tank.
I was not actually doing this. Oh my god! I thought he was going to get the morph into the so when you're standing on the pipe in furnace and you roll into the tunnel to skip the bomb jump. I saw him go for it and I thought he was going to get it. I always considered that to be like a super flex.
Yeah, it's
seeing him go for it is funny.
There's a comment in chat that Cosmonaut's always playing Primer Echoes, and that's not true. I have unfortunately caught him playing Fusion at times.
Fantastic.
I think I've seen him playing Corruption too.
Fusion, good. Corruption, Rando, I'm not a big fan of, honestly. Like, I enjoy seeing Corruption.
No, Corruption's cool. Corruption's cool. I will not accept Corruption slander in here.
No, the problem is that all of the stuff is always in Brio, and I don't like Brio very much.
I mean, we always have all the stuff in Ag in Echoes, I feel. It's kind of the same thing.
Yeah, they're both kind of very not that interesting areas.
Oh, I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that. All the golems and stuff, come on.
Okay, Brio,
And
yeah,
there's,
I can
and there's,
definitely
and there's, and there's a
understand.
fire area, like,
Oh,
oh, come on. Brio's great.
I'm still mad that it took me like 15 tries to beat Moganar in my first playthrough.
Yeah, I had a lot of trouble with the seed bosses as well. Cestrion is now heading into labs through the front, unlike Cosmonaut. Or, sorry, not Emblem. And Emblem, as you predicted, is doing Temple Grounds cleanup now.
Always a Dark Aegon Key Command Center. I'm interested that Cestrion did that from this side. This is something I wanted to make a timing video for.
Oh, okay, so the third Agon key we have unaccounted for is an Ing Hive. I bet it's in Culling Chamber.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
You really think it's going to be in Spider's Treasure?
I do.
I agree.
That's not a bad
It places Aegon keys as soon as you have access to Amorbis. Or sorry, not Amorbis, to Dark Aegon Temple, and that's been accessible for a while. So
and we know that the new multi-pickup placement settings are very, very favorable to Morbus. Energy tank in the Ruined Gallery tunnel. We have a very healthy seed today, although the Dragoneers are getting a lot less health.
I would be thinking about Amorbis in the back of my head if I was Cestrion and I found that key, but I probably wouldn't do it until Temple Grounds cleanup is done first, because you can always just reload your save to go back to Amorbis via the save station. It's not that slow. And luckily if Cestrion does decide to do that, they're luckily going to find Wavebeam on GFMC ship, and then that will probably, maybe at that point, deter them from not doing Amorbis immediately.
Yeah. It is worth noting that that Wavebeam has been pretty huge. But I'm not sure how long it's going to be. Yeah, we haven't done a lot with it yet, but it's looking like it's going to be a while till we see it, because Cestrion is going into Dark Labs.
This is, I mean...
Which isn't usually too time-consuming, but still, it's, more time. Cosmonaut is reading their hints, though.
I think really what's gonna decide that is... I don't know if we've seen Monty Plaza hint yet.
Amorbis is guarding the Phazon suit!
Nice. Alright, let's go.
Definitely did not see that hint.
Yeah, Emblem...
Monty Plaza hint is actually tough to route in. Sometimes it's really weird. Sometimes I actually walk out of the front of mining station specifically for it, because I know I'm gonna forget it otherwise.
Well,
that is a huge hint.
I hope that they don't fight Amorbis after a Culling Chamber key, because that's something you can just put off at the end till the end, and it doesn't really matter.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Wait to route that in later once you have all of the, once you have your super missiles and tons of ammo and all of these gadgets that make you fight faster.
They have the ammo for it already with just Light Beam, but what you want is, do you want to find artifacts and other progression items first? Phazon Suit is an item that only comes into play unless there's something in PMT. And
yeah, you also want to fast track progression so your other player has something to do.
Yeah, you want to be ready to be able to have it in case of PMT if possible, in case that has progression. But
Emblem coming across this grapple beam.
Yeah, I'd be super glad to read that Amorbis hint. It means that I don't have to think about doing it, and then I'm only one key away from... Well, Emblem is 2 keys away, but they will soon find that they're 1 key away, and they already have the hints. So it's not that big of a deal. Looks like we're going to
heading to Spider's Treasure.
This is still a fairly large assumption on my part that the last key for it is in Culling Chamber, but I
feel very confident about that prediction. Yeah, I'm definitely agreeing with you here. Oh, that's Supers on Burn.
I think that's Flamethrower.
No, that's
Supers. It is Supers. Okay, you were right.
Yeah, it was. That's how Cosmo got the tree item.
Oh,
yeah, I missed that earlier. I missed that item earlier. My apologies, Twitch chat.
I really thought that was like a reddish, but maybe it was like the area making it look like that.
Okay, that's a cheeseburger in Hall of Combat Mastery.
Like the dashes that Cosmo is doing to like go around Monitor Station.
Monitor Station's a good room for doing dashes in. I find it
it's very wide open, and there's a lot of stuff in the center for you to dash around. Oh, you're right. I think you're right. Yep, egg on key 3 and coaling chamber.
Alright. But I mean, yeah, phase on suit is not really that necessary to have early.
Yeah, there's no reason to fast track it.
But I don't know. I don't know what their opinion is going to be on that.
At the same time, though, leaving a Morbus, kind of leaving them all alone means you have to track your way all the way over here.
Cestrion, you're going to want to drop here.
Which isn't so bad in Echoes because everything's so interconnected, but it's still, you know, it's a time investment.
Cestrion can make this, but if they okay, there's the drop, they're fine. If they exited, they would have had roughly 15 to 20 health left, and if they weren't able to roll shot the safe zone, because I don't think it would have been shot at that point, then they likely would have died.
Yeah, this is tough on health when you're this low and you want to get both Calling Chamber and Hazen Cliff.
I would have considered putting Hazen
Screw Attack was in Lighthouse, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really good to have here because you can save health by screw attacking in the Dark World.
Yeah, screw attacking makes you invincible while you're doing it. Much like Cannonball.
It's not invincible. It's you take 2 damage per second instead of 6.
Oh.
Is Cestrion making the Hive Gyro play? Is that what it is?
Oh yeah, Echo. He has everything for it. I didn't really think about it.
Yeah, we had Echo Visor from Upper Dynamo.
Oh, is this? It's Hive Gyro into Warp to start, isn't it? If that's what this is, I really agree with this play.
That's incredible. One of the reasons I don't always like this Ank play here is because it's hard to get out. It's time consuming to get out, and like if you want to get to a save station, normally it's going to be the main gyro save station, and you have to solve the first part of the puzzle for that, and that's really slow.
This is killing 2 birds with 1 stone.
That looks like a missile. But we're going for it. Is that supers?
That's Seeker missiles.
Oh, it's Seekers.
Wow.
Whoa.
There you go.
What a play.
It's hard to tell because of the red background.
No, this is perfectly in logic. That was a great play. I don't think I wouldn't have thought of it myself.
This is due to well-timed screw attack. Because I don't think you're gonna try to cross Hive Dynamo Works with that
bad roll jump. Yeah, that's
having
all
a much better time at Echoes.
But what's really heads up is there is some luck in Cosmo routing to pick up screw attack at that exact point. But also,
that's Annihilator in Training Chamber.
Oh no, bad Training Chamber. I don't see people having to do this very often, honestly. But yeah,
that could be big if Cosmonaut goes back.
It still really heads up to immediately be able to react to that screw attack and change what your initial plans were, because that's something that.
Yeah, that was some really heads up routing.
In this, I think a lot of people would struggle with it.
Yeah, because of the immediate morph ball pickup, that and just other stuff about already having labs done. And do they know about a Morbus? Does Cestrion pick up that hint or no?
I don't believe
they do not have that hint. No.
Okay.
I do think it's going to be.
They'll pick it up at some point.
Once they get the key.
They'll get it at some point, but I would still be feeling pretty good about the seed right now if I were them.
So I was gonna say actually that if you get the Phazon suit hint and you also deduce, quote unquote deduce the way that I did that Calling Chamber had the 3rd Agon key, that lowers the value of making the Sank play right now, and I actually would choose not to do it if I was in Emblem's position. But that's a huge amount of forethought, I think.
Yeah, it's not very likely that they would have had that much time to mull it over. Because randomizer requires you to be making these snap decisions, so sometimes you don't take all of the information into account.
See what this is on the actual stream.
Thanks, game. Morphball.
Oh, yeah, very cool.
We are going to be getting a Hall of Honor Dead.
Honor Dead.
Okay, the thermal visor
was
was apparently in main plaza. I didn't see what room it was in, but I did see we got that earlier on German Galaxy's end.
Thermal was on the grapple edge, so it was logically locked by the grapple and vent area A.
Interesting.
Which, doesn't really matter, but whatever.
I mean, it does tell us that, we weren't expected to immediately beeline the frigate. I mean, we haven't found our gravity suit, so we definitely aren't.
I thought we.
Well, that
no,
has
we-
been found. RoboScout has it. I don't remember where it was, but it has been picked up.
I
Oh.
want to say it was Overgrown
I
Cavern.
didn't notice.
Which, yeah, Overgrown Cavern is in logic with Wave Beam, I think.
Which Cosmonaut still does not have. Which is actually not great for Phendrana.
Defiled Shrine has a. Was it Cestrion's key? I think Defiled Shrine has an Echo's key.
Yeah, that's
Really?
At this point, there are 3 Sky Temple keys known, maybe a 4th that I missed, but it's still somewhat likely that that might be a Sky Temple key. I don't
Wait,
think
what-
we know about the Inghive keys though.
Which STKs
Cestrion
do we know?
is
I have
going for
2.
the.
We know
Temple Grounds.
Mine Shaft, Triclops Pit, and Main Plaza Tree is one of them.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Cestrion using a Power Bomb for Dark Missile Trooper. Maybe they don't know that using Dark Beam plus Missile is actually slightly faster.
It's like I think a lot of it just comes down to like personal preference.
I didn't know it was faster, actually.
Yeah, it's a bit faster.
It's marginal.
It has to do with the fact that you have to be fully morphed before you can lay the Power Bomb.
Now, of course, admittedly, being morphed right out of that does mean better movement, especially with this boost ball.
Well, but you morph into the item pickup after you shoot the missile, so
Yeah,
you're fully
yeah.
morphed by the time you have the pickup anyway.
Yeah,
Like you have to
free
wait. You have to
time
wait.
morph.
You have free time to morph because the item has to spawn after you shoot your missile. It doesn't take
That,
any time.
that makes sense. I didn't consider like spawn and wait.
Roboscout climbing Tower of Light, which is faster than using
And
the
it's
cutscene
the
to
Tower
check
of Missiles today. Let's see what's in Tower Chamber, though. Another missile.
Someone in the chat asking multiplayer items. No, they're not enabled.
Yeah, we don't really have any
Yeah.
RAs for today. Just cross-game models and nothings to missiles.
it. They're not in the settings by default. I know Lucarius in particular likes playing with the multiplayer items on. I do not, and we're matched up, so I got to say no to that. So get owned, I guess.
Yeah.
I forget there
Maybe-
was like
maybe next
one
time.
match coming up that's gonna have like stinky RAs, like just absolute. Ugh. I want to say it was Team Second Place versus Red the Bath. That's just my.
Red the Bath has been doing some pretty ridiculous RAs, I think.
Yeah, they love the RAs, and I love watching them play.
Cestrion is going to get Wave Beam as Cosmo is going to Flagra. I wonder what this will affect their routing with, or like how it will affect their decision making, if at all.
Okay, so
I don't.
getting Wave
Is
Beam.
Cosmo saved in Phendrana? I would probably consider fighting Flagra and then just resetting if that's the case, because I think they've already full cleared Magmor, like workstation.
It is worth
I'm not
noting that
sure.
you can't actually attack Flagra before they've actually spawned. That's completely valid. And power bombs actually, I believe, get 2 at once.
Cestrion shooting to the sound of the Temple Grounds music. Yes,
It's a good beat.
it is a good beat. Yeah, this is an interesting race now. Those seeker missiles don't put additional areas into logic per se, because there's still no Dark Visor and no Emerald Translator.
Yeah.
But I'd
Mining Station B, Mining Station B.
probably do Mining Station B because that routes properly into going to Sank again. Because now you screw attack, it's Sank is probably the next play to go. Unless
Oh, right, yeah.
like
Yeah, we were talking.
on your way to Mining Station B, if you don't yet have Emerald or Super Missiles, because now the Prime player is going to be able to use Wave Beam to go to Phendrana, you're probably going to go to Sank instead. I like Mining Station B because it's like decently close to the Torvus elevator and extremely close to the Sank one, so you can stall a bit while you're going to get good intel on your, and then make your decision after.
And that's an emerald on the Flagra.
There you go.
That is a good find. That is timely.
That is something you can reset out of too if he does have the Fendrana saves.
I think we still want to check early wild though.
Oh yeah,
sure. After.
Like, if this is also nothing for Prime, then yeah, you can reset.
I'm not so sure that
Sestron's being really, really thorough. Phase on is something I would probably have skipped, but they're probably feeling really good, so might as well be a little bit thorough, I guess. Just to maybe try to wrap this one up as quickly as possible. I don't know.
Yeah, I like an important aspect of racing these, I think, is awareness of how you're probably doing in the race and whether you should be cutting corners or not.
Yeah, sometimes if people think they're behind, they're gonna skip checks. They're gonna cut corners, or maybe they're gonna make a sort of a Hail Mary play to something that the other player's unlikely to check.
I made a Hail Mary play to beat my game without knowing phase on suit in my last race because I thought I was behind. It worked. Usually not advisable, but
yeah.
Sometimes you have to do these things.
Boom! Good location. Let's go.
Sonic Boom. They're not choosing to reset out. Maybe they plan to do some other stuff in Chozo.
No, they're definitely going to Magmorph from here if they're not resetting still. I guess they just didn't make a save.
Probably right.
Have they not seen Lava Lake or?
I don't know about Lava Lake, but actually maybe they are still. Maybe they're doing Tower of Light actually.
Yeah, Tower of Light.
That looks like that's what's happening.
Oh, right, because they just got Wave Beam. Right. Okay. They got Wave Beam a lot later.
Yeah, that's the reason that they would stick around in Chozo, because those wave doors are open now.
They're probably coordinating a bit about how they want to be thorough. So if Sestron's going to make the play to do phase on grounds, then Cosmo might as well do the one to do Tower of Light as well.
Tower of Light and Tower Chamber are unfortunately not going to be panning out today. But if they stick around a little longer, they might come across their Annihilator Beam. Yeah,
if I'm on Team Dragoneers in Emblem's place, I'd be sticking to my logical checks, looking for next progression. Which what they don't know is probably Seeker missiles, but they're
there's no
still
way
in a good spot because Robo Scout's closer to Fendrana. They both have
the routing in Prime is
upgrades.
definitely going to be a lot better.
And if Sank does end up being the next place for progression other than Seeker missiles is, Emblem's probably going to be in a good spot if they get Seekers and then stay in Sank.
Yeah, that could actually be something very, very good if their routing lines up like that. But that is an if. That's a big if.
Although it doesn't look like RoboScout's going to front Fen. You said that was where Screw Attack was, right? It was in the
it was in Lighthouse
Tower. Yeah, so I guess without that Screw Attack, that's not going to be Seeker missiles obtained. It's interesting that RoboScout's backdooring Fendrana then.
Cosmonaut doing the scan dashes to get up to the tower. Very fast. And we've got the Phazon suit hint from Cestrion.
Yeah,
so now we know.
He should know not to go for that right away.
That is going to be a bit of a comfort, though, because that tells him, oh, okay, so I don't need to get this right now. Because otherwise, Amorbus feels like such a gamble. Like, does this have my partners, does it have, like, their... I don't know what would be important at this point. We've got most of our key items.
I almost say Prime Boost, because Prime
Boost
is Annihilator in the training chamber right now. That's why nobody has it.
Cestrion not going to Mining Station B? Are they just checking Sand Canyon first?
I don't like checking Sand Canyon first. I would say you do this after and you route this into Sank after MSB.
This check is long enough that you would rather just do the room once on your way, but they are definitely going to Mining Station B, right? It looked like they were... Okay.
Yeah.
I
think they looked left and went right.
Yeah.
They don't have a cannonball to preserve, so the room's gonna be fast next time around with the cannon, but this is still less efficient, depending on what he wants to do. Well, I don't see where you go here other than I guess you could go under Torva. You could make the Torva's play from here.
The only thing I see is maybe if this hint starts changing our minds, if this tells us something that we didn't know.
Oh, nice
should be
backup
hit.
shot. The last
I
secret
bounced it off the door.
Yeah, there's a little window if you miss one of your seekers where you can just fire a normal missile and open the
No,
door.
but Cestrion missed. It bounced off the door and hit the lock. That's why it was so funny.
So yeah, in MSB we get 2 items and a hint. We do have to be careful of the red Kralis though. Cestrion not taking any chances. Also, they needed the power bomb drop.
If you don't have a power bomb in this room, use a non-AoE like source of damage, like power beam or something, and shoot the farthest away box of the 2 near the cannon, because then you can still screw attack up using the other box, and the boxes don't have the nice high
keys
tempo
for
key hit.
Joseph and then something. I've already seen
Yeah.
that happen.
Break the boxes, because the boxes don't follow the same need to kill 2 things for a drop rule as the enemies do.
Oh.
Yeah,
I
boxes,
didn't realize
boxes and blade pods and stuff. They don't follow those rules. Only
Cosmonaut
enemies
going
do.
out of bounds here.
Why is this game so stupid?
I don't know.
To get the Annihilator item.
Emblem Sequence broke Gravity Boost out of the Dynamo Works tunnel. That's a pretty tough trick to get.
That's a really hard trick. Nicely done.
So that is Gravity Boost is logically behind Cobalt, and Boost and Spider.
Let's see. Is Cestron making the Torvis play because they have Emerald? Are they gonna do some out of logic stuff like the fight and such?
Cosmo ceiling warping into training
Oh, I know.
chamber for Annihilator.
Yeah, I saw that. That's really actually super impressive.
No, this isn't out of logic. I'm being silly. Torvis is just as good of a play as Sancus right now, if not better, because of the 2 hints that you can get.
Yeah,
Okay,
we don't
that's
have
fair
Cobalt
enough.
right now. We have Emerald. We do have Emerald. We can go get those hits.
Yeah, okay, Taurus is a fair play. I forgot about Emerald, honestly. Emerald.
Yeah,
was,
I forgot about it too.
Oh, Emerald was on Flagra, so actually that's a big advantage if, because like your opponent hasn't necessarily
Progressive
done it.
suit in PPC. So that
Okay.
means Emblem's going to have a suit now. Dark suit.
That puts Torvis and logic for Emblem as well in their mind, so maybe
Yeah,
they'll
because I think-
maybe we'll see
I
2
think
Torvises
5e
instead.
block.
Why wasn't it in Logic for? Oh, no Seekers. for
No.
Black Gyro.
No Seekers or Emerald. They don't have Emerald or Supers going in from Aegon, so they wouldn't have been able to do anything from there.
Yeah,
Unless they
Robo Scout
Plaza.
being in Mines is nowhere near Flagra, and I understand how I ended up here, but it's unfortunate that they're missing something like Emerald on Flagra. It's just like Emerald is kind of soft progression, sort of.
Yeah, it's soft progression.
Yeah, because you can get around a lot of those gates, but it's not fast. It loses you a lot of time.
It's knowledge progression.
It's the main thing is that locks, actually hard locks, are like East Taurus. But
And the funny thing is too, the only reason Cosmo fought Flagra, I'm pretty sure, is because he didn't have wave from the delay, and because the only reason he didn't have wave is because Cestrion got Morph Ball early, so they were less inclined to do GFMC the second time for the ship.
multi-worlds are so funny like that. Like, you can just
Yeah,
get
it's
advantages and disadvantages for actually no reason. Like,
it's
That's
is
why I'm
it,
going
better,
out of bounds.
is it better to get your next your partner's next item faster or slower? Who knows?
Cestrion, I assume, is about to try and do the fight from out of bounds. That's my guess.
No, I think no. Cestrion is mashing B. They're trying to Aether jump up to the energy controller.
I think you're right.
What this allows them to do is unlock the super missile door, and that lets them get the item in there and also read the hints. That gives them a 3rd hint. And additionally, it'll let them activate the elevator with emeralds, so they can use the elevator to go back down and skip the super missile door if they so wish.
You're right.
If you do this fast, I consider this now to be a pretty strong play. But you have to Aether jump fast and get the Stealing Orb quickly, otherwise you're
Emblem
wasting
does
too
not
much
have
time.
screw attack, so we're trying this roll jump to get across. And
Oh,
maybe
This is a boost jump I recommend learning because it's not even a BSJ, you just jump. It's much easier than doing this roll jump.
I should learn this boost jump, but I was too lazy.
It's
And I
the
already
boost
knew
jump
roll
is so good.
That almost looked like a good roll jump button now.
Oh, main
You didn't hold L.
prime main PBs and storage depot B.
No, I'm not quite there either.
This was one of the hardest tricks for me to learn, this roll jump across vault station access.
2 years ago when I learned access, like any percent, this it ruined me for a bit.
You just want to get across to hit the terminal fall trigger, so that tricks the game into spawning you.
All right, we ceiling warped and we're in. That super lock gone. So Cestrion, yeah, that was actually not so slow. That was pretty good.
I don't know if it's better to do to get this item first, because you have, in order to scan the elevator, you need to reload the room again as well. I don't think it'll work.
Quadraxis is guarding an energy tank. That's good news.
Oh, you need to reload the room once after doing the fight. I see.
Yeah, and also have obtained this item. So I don't think like they could get the like.
Oh, Cosmonaut.
If they
artists
want to use the elevator, they would have to climb up Great Bridge again. Instead, if you just do the pirate fight after ceiling warping, then you only have to ride up this elevator to the door instead.
Oh, is Evlov going for Airy?
Yes.
If that's the case, I don't necessarily agree with doing this now, but I suppose it's in logic in their minds. So.
Yeah, I think like
I
as
think
far as
Torvis would be a better play than this, especially because you can just save your game here if you later find out that Airy has an item that you want to get.
Yeah,
like
but we
even
don't have
just
speakers. We don't
finishing
have...
your watch station checks would be more efficient than this. I mean, this is a good, or this is, I don't want to say good, but this is a gamble that can work out in his favor a lot if something's here, but I just don't think it's good odds with the knowledge we have right now.
Yeah, I don't think this is going to work out.
It could potentially turn... Also, they're not looking at the... Do they have a hint that I just don't know about? Because it's possible to look at the item during this fight to see what it is, so you can potentially skip having to do all this.
He's still in the elevator, so...
yeah,
right.
You have to wait for the elevator to go all the way.
They're doing the fight, so I just thought that... Because you can just skip this like really quickly by just shooting Charged Dark and
that
missling.
Looks like nothing.
Yeah, it's nothing. My bad. Usually that elevator phase is over in like 2 seconds.
I saw Fen and Torvis for...
Yeah, I saw the same.
I didn't see the first one.
I didn't see any of the areas. You guys are faster readers than me.
Torvis.
That's we're doing the tournament. We gotta read the hints fast.
Yeah, that's what I credit it to. I think.
Ooh, SDK2 in Great Bridge.
Great Bridge.
Torvis. Keys. Something. Fen. Torvis.
I can clip it for you if you'd like. I'll double check.
Sure thing. Go ahead.
I can't open another tab right now, so I'm not gonna open it.
Yeah, go for it.
It's Inghive.
That's Dark Visor on Thardis.
I kind of
that played off, or that paid off. I did not expect the Thardis play from Cosmonaut to give us something. Flamethrower.
I kind of didn't either. I kind of like you just do Thardis because it's in the way in these, and you don't want to miss stuff. I feel.
I don't necessarily know if that'll pay off just
Plasma
yet.
Beam is in Sky Temple grounds. That's a good hit.
Okay.
Oh, great hint. Wait, we haven't seen... What we saw the hints for Cursed Lake, we saw the ones for Ing Reliquary. I don't think we read Defiled Shrine, which is Dark Visor.
Defiled Shrine was read by Cestrion, and it said...
Yeah, but we have our Dark Visor now.
It said it was a beam?
No, it said it was a key. Echo's
key. Wait, so that leaves out Planet of Dark Worship, which they... which only Emblem has a suit for, but Cestrion can just get it and die if they need to die. And that also leaves War Ritual Grounds, which Dark Visor would be required for.
Yeah,
so
we have our Dark Visor, so that just opened up.
And Profane Paths, which they can take advantage with having Ceiling warped into training chamber.
This pirate commando is stuck in the tree. I don't know.
Oh
Yeah,
no!
nice.
This is a. Oh, if you can kill it with a screw attack, okay, yeah.
It's not necessarily a soft lock either. You can use boost and dark to leave the room from the top because the dark door doesn't lock.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
I think
But yeah, this screw attack is a good play.
All right, meditation vista.
Well, I think that we have all three of the red key hints, and I would have caught if Sky Temple Res was one of them. So Defile Shrine has to be an SDK. So Dark Rise is required.
I'd be giddy in Cestrion's position because it's like, okay, I want Super Azura Suit just so I can get my SDK hints already. But I'd probably prioritize finishing this Torvus cleanup and then going to go determine where that Plasma Beam is. Because they can get everything in Sky Temple grounds that they don't know about. So you can just...
We know 5 SDKs, so the hints aren't like a huge priority right now.
Wait, which is the 5th one that I missed? Was there one in
Defiled.
between Main Plaza? Defiled? Okay.
Defiled Shrine.
Right.
I'm counting that one.
We are taking a bit of an assumption that we didn't miss anything, but we're probably right there.
It's
I think
definitely not an
I think
Anakin
you're
key.
right.
It's probably not a Tortoise.
Yeah, Cestrion has 4 keys, and the one they're missing would be the Defiled Shrine one, which they should be able to deduce since they have the hint that it is an SDK.
Emblem just got that hint as well. So
We are seeing a frigate play from a Robo Scout going backwards. I don't know how I feel about this.
They have the items required, they have gravity, it's just checks, yeah. They can also just warp to start, so they don't have to climb up and all that stuff. It's not that bad of a play, I think.
It keeps him away from, like, getting down to lower mines without plasma, at least, so I think it's good.
The Cobalt was in, what's that room called? Something research?
Elite Research?
Elite? No, it was Pirate Labs. What's that room called? It's Supers normally. Observatory, right? It's not a research room.
Okay.
It has research games in it. But...
All right, that's the artifact in Torvus Plaza.
I don't know. That Cobalt makes me feel even better if I'm in their position.
Yeah, now we have all 4 translators. So when we do go to Sank, that's going to be a lot of hints.
They're only really missing super missiles at this point, but I think Cestrion does know how to skip them.
So we're also maybe thinking about the light suit, because Sank Map Station we've already got an Amorbus confirmed necessary. Sank Map Station is the other big item, and we need light suit for that.
Yes, but I don't think any important item could be there other than a suit, which can happen. So.
Yeah, it's just anecdotal so far that's been coming up a lot in the waiting. We don't really know for sure.
We're not going to see Sank Map unless it's like super missiles somehow, but that's so incredibly unlikely at this point.
Okay, so Emblem having the suit from I forget where the suit was.
I don't remember either.
But they were able to use it to.
It was in PPC.
Oh, PPC.
Right, PPC, yeah. They were able to use it to check Plane of Dark Worship, and it was an E-Tank. So that rules out for us, the viewers, that's not where Plasma Beam is.
Alright, so Profane Path or War Ritual Grounds are our big contenders.
Oh, there's a Torvus key in Research Core. That's gross.
Yucky.
You don't know Chika at this point. Actually, yeah, like Chika could be supers, I suppose. They'd probably
That's what Cestrion had in the last seed that he was just playing earlier. Supers on Chika.
So it's probably at the top of their mind.
I mean, they can probably they have knowledge of enough items that like they probably don't need this. I mean, okay, it's on the way.
We have
down.
ice beams, so we can just leave. It's not a huge deal that we're turning.
I
off
guess
the
it's
lab.
Yeah, you just get it if you have ice. I agree. I don't know. You pick it up.
At least you're going out the back, and you don't have to worry about going back.
I
I
don't think they're worried about their position in the race.
We have thermal anyway, so the dark rooms wouldn't be a huge issue.
Yeah. See, I'm always worried about my positions, my races. I have to think like that.
We're grabbing the Venomous Pond artifact now.
This is Future Alcon.
Oh. I get all of these rooms mixed up. I'm not good.
There are 2 artifacts down this path as well, so it's good to get this
We
out
do
of the
have
way now.
cache A as an artifact. Yeah, so we're gonna
Cache
have that.
A is one. So this play is probably peeking cache B from out of bounds, then wall crawling to lower tortoise, you think?
I think they're gonna save their game first and look for Plasma Beam, to be honest. Like, you can save your game. You can save your game from Venomous Pond and then come back. That's probably what I would do. Because because Cosmonaut's gonna need Plasma Beam really soon to be able to continue their like 100% mode brain kind of thing.
Oh yeah, yeah. Storage cave, like in the room he's in literally right now. Storage cave requires plasma, so.
In fact, I would have probably saved and gotten Plasma first before getting this artifact, just to even like get even closer to getting Plasma earlier.
I think Cosmo. Okay, so to be fair to like the earlier race where people forgot cache, you're probably not going to forget it if it's an artifact at least.
Emblem going into Torvis through the front. We're doing the puzzle.
I just realized they're doing the ride. You know what? I'm not. I like the ride. It's really helpful that it exists so you can get in here without space jump. If you have space jump, yeah, do the ride. Sure.
You mean without screw attack?
So the slope jump for the abandoned base portal is. I mean, if you've got Dark Suit, you have a lot of time to get it.
You have about 100 tries.
It's really worth doing. I actually thought Emblem was coming here to sequence break hints, but you know what?
Emblem is not skipping, or you don't need to do anything with the ride to be able to do it. To skip supers for hints, you don't have to activate it at all.
So I will say that Emblem also didn't do the slope jump in Feeding Pit to go straight to the Encash 1 door. Did that room the intended way. So maybe Emblem just really likes night bats. Maybe that's it.
Yeah, that might be it.
Best enemy.
The ride. When do we get to the rides?
I think those are actually called night barbs.
Oh, yeah, night barbs. I was confusing them with sand bats.
Yeah, understandable.
Yeah, night barbs.
They are dark sand bats, really.
We have seen Caretaker drone once. In
Okay, is this going to be Plasma?
So
we have Annihilator. Oh, that's Plasma.
Nice Plasma. I think that's one of each for Ride and Caretaker, yeah.
Oh, good lord, that Plasma is logically blocked by Prime 1 boost, and we have no idea where that is.
Yeah,
no
that's
clue.
going to be making German Galaxy feel really good.
That's kind of disgusting, especially if it's in lower, if it's close to lower mines.
Yeah, but having that early Plasma is like sequence breaking that hard is going to be telling me as a runner, oh, I'm in the lead.
Do you think that MQA could have boost, and you're supposed to do a point of no return to go get it, and then come back up vent shaft, and then have to get Plasma or get
That would be.
What was
so
it again?
Rude.
It was Annihilator, right? Annihilator was
Training chamber.
And then that gives you Plasma.
Yeah.
That'd be really bad if that was the case.
That's horrible.
Hey, that's the benefit of knowing Training Chamber wall crawl.
Yeah, it is. Second joke hints and Path of Eyes, so.
Fortunately, it was one of the unfunny joke
right?
hints. Yeah, there's 2 per seed.
We know that all of the other ones are going to be... actually, there's probably a lot of value in the remaining hints.
Yeah, Cobalt hints I'm looking at. I'm thinking those are going to be really good.
Just because we've gotten all of the red key hints, we've got an Amorbus hint.
We're looking for a Chica hint. We're looking for a UMOS reward hint.
Yeah, most of the hints that we're just like, okay, that's not really useful right now. I think we've seen most of those already. Although I mean, German Galaxy isn't looking for that many items.
They're only, at this point, I'm pretty sure they're only looking for supers for Echoes or a suit. I don't think they need much of anything else to
grabbing an SDK in Shoreline. We've got so many SDKs already.
Oh, Shorelines.
Oh, there's a Shorelines one. I missed that key.
Yeah.
Checking remaining artifacts since they feel really close to finishing.
I think Cestrion is good enough at the game to be able to do the final bosses without a suit. You can do it with 4 tanks.
Yeah,
but
yeah. I think we
5
can
is more
absolutely-
comfortable.
We've got like 6 though, so we're feeling good. We're feeling good about that.
Emblem, are you going to? Did he read the Path of Root Sense on another trip?
The only
don't
real concern
think
is
so.
whether suit lock is on the key itself.
He just like scanned 99% of the Path of Root Sense and then didn't read it. But maybe he reset and.
Oh, doesn't
he
have
doesn't
Emerald.
have Emerald. Okay,
That's
yeah,
what
I'm
it
silly.
is. I've made that mistake before. You just muscle memory read the hint by turning around, and then you wait a second like.
Okay, so he
I don't have
realized,
this.
before he finished scanning. Okay. Yeah, Emerald on plant. So that's it's a big one. I don't know when Robo's gonna get back there. That's.
Yeah, Robo Scout is. Yeah.
We neglected to
also
mention
didn't
that
fight,
Emerald is required
Tharus.
in this. Emerald's
Is it?
required in this too. Yeah, Taurus Plaza artifact.
Oh yeah, right. I forgot. I just remembered there was nothing of like immediate value past there, so I forgot about the artifact.
Robo Scout is also going to be delaying the Dark Visor by not doing Tardis.
I mean, you could do a BSJ. You could do this stupid Forgotten Bridge BSJ.
Worthwhile
I
Emerald
hate
hints. There was a hint for Quad and there was a hint for Chica Keys. I can't remember any of the other ones. I don't think they were important.
I missed the Cloud one.
I think the Plasma hint was Emerald, right?
Cestrion Phasons. Oh, yes, it was. Where was it?
It was
Underground Tunnel? Yeah, okay. That's a good hint. Unfortunately,
Okay,
that,
we're doing the Morbus fight now. Might as well.
But Emblem doesn't have the ability to get that anyway because that's locked by Annihilator, and we don't know where the Prime 1 boost is for Training Chamber. That's just, even if they knew about that information, they would go to Sky Temple grounds and then end up last locationing it and probably wasting time.
That's a gravity suit for Cosmonaut. They finally came across that. They didn't really need it, though. We don't have anything we know that gravity suit is required for.
I think I like Cestrion doing Omorbus now. It's because they're here, and at this point, you've given your Prime 1 player the ability to clear their game.
Yeah, at this point...
Plasma was kind of the priority to find.
And I think we might even get a worm skip. That was looking a little bit close, but we did it.
No, that was pretty much exactly how it should look. You have time to do that even without Boost Ball, so...
Nothing in the antechamber.
Robo's still missing the skirt deck in front of Vendrana.
Yeah, that's why I don't know. I've actually encountered this problem once before, where my partner DF would do Fen from the side because he thought it would like route better in terms of like optimization.
Worm jam
But-
over.
Oh wow. Oh wait, no, we knew about the phase on suit. What I'm talking about.
Yeah, we got a hint.
My brain is scrambled because I was talking about something else. Yeah, I generally prefer Vendrana from the front as a play instead.
Yeah,
You also knew about an artifact in Ice Ruin Seas, so like you knew you had to come there eventually at this point anyway, so you might as well just get it out of the way immediately.
Well, I mean, I think the flip side to that is that you can stall for Plasma and not miss Chozo Ice Temple.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. I don't know. You do get to peek all the stuff, and that
wasn't really.
Sorry,
Yeah.
you go.
I wasn't really trying to make a value judgment on the fact that he hadn't done it, but it's just the fact that it's unfortunate to see that like he's done mines and then done mines backwards to like Fen backwards out to the front. And
Yeah.
it's missing an important thing there, and yeah, it could have been the play to rush mines at this
Okay,
point.
Emblem
but
just got Cobalt.
I also do feel like them not doing plant and things like that is fine, since this is a race where they're execution disadvantaged. It makes sense.
Yeah, without the knowledge that plant is required, they have to just hope that they can skip it.
They have also not done Thardus so far, which has Dark Visor, which they're going to need.
Yeah, that's definitely a big one. The boss skips, it turns out, were not a good move in this particular race. Ordinarily, I would agree with that, though, because bosses, that's one item, it's not usually something.
I generally do them unless you feel like you really need the time back, and I could see why you'd feel like that in this matchup.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
the morph ball and the issues that RoboScout experienced at the beginning probably put them behind in their own mind, so skipping the bosses is probably the correct call.
And we're going to head now into Sync on Cestrion's end.
Yeah, Ciceron's got to do Watch Station, I believe, and Vaults.
Yeah.
Anything else off the top of my head? I don't.
A transit station, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, transit station too. Okay.
So there's 4 SDKs they don't know about, and
We're also looking for hints.
Well, we're down to 3 SDKs they don't know about, and that's not a whole lot. So I think Cestron's going for like his artifact obligations,
Yeah.
and hoping to stumble upon supers and or the 3 remaining SDKs on the way. And other than that, it's kind of a go mode-ish kind of thing, but not really.
This is a great position for Cestrion, because based on what Cestrion and Cosmonaut have done in their respective seeds, super missiles have to be either in Sanctuary or in Deep Mines all behind Plasma. I think Cosmo's done everything else, and then I guess like the Chozo Plasma check, and I guess the Magmor one too. But
yeah,
that's
it could be
where we're gonna find supers. You won't find supers in Lower Torbus because those are locked by supers logically in these settings.
Yeah, the only way we need to think is... Oh, what was that hint?
I've died in the Orcs as the Spiritual Key. Wait, does it? Actually, yeah, it does. Wait, does it?
Wait, no, that could be a Torvus key.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it could be a Torvus key.
In fact, that probably is a Torvus key, actually.
Yeah,
I don't think we saw... Yeah.
Never mind. Yeah, there's a Hive key for Agan, there's a Hive key for Torvus. Yeah, you're right. I overreacted because, like, the Defile Shrine one definitely was.
Wave Beam with Spider Ball, don't care.
These Cobalt tanks are actually not very good. They're just
no,
like
they're not. They're garbage.
I guess we must have hinted most
Cobalt,
of Echoes.
Cobalt was in the middle of Pirate Lab, so nice wave beam hint. Yep.
I mean,
when was the last time Cobalt was a good hint? Last week when it helped me win my race, when it told me where Gravity Boost was in Storage Sea. That's when Cobalt was a good hint.
Yeah, we are missing Prime Boost Ball technically. I don't think we need it, but
I think Cobalt hints are good in like maybe 40% of seeds. But like a lot of the races I watched actually, like, they were in Go mode before they even find Cobalt at all. And
yeah,
that's really the main reason, I think.
When Cobalt shows up, I think it ends up being good. That's just how it works. Also, you mentioned Prime 1 boost. That is logically required to beat the seed. They need Annihilator, and that locks Plasma.
Yeah, but we don't need it. We've already got our Annihilator and our Plasma.
Yeah. I think RoboScout might need it, though. Like, I don't know if he knows how to get it.
Yeah, Prime out of bounds is always tricky, so it's entirely possible. In fact, I would say likely that they would not want to do Trading Chamber out of bounds.
If RoboScout ends up fighting Flagra for Emerald and they don't wall crawl Training Chamber, they might be incentivized to do it later if they know how to do it, because Emblem will probably use the Emerald to read the Phazon, or sorry, the Plasma Beam hint. Which still
and that's finally screw attack for Emblem.
Should get Annihilator.
So I like some of the plays that German Galaxy did a bit more than I liked some of Dragoneers' plays, but it's fairly minor stuff, and I think overall this seed has just been really, really bad for Dragoneers in terms of what kind of tricks and execution Cosmo and Cestrion are able to do. Like,
yeah,
the seed has just handed them a lot of disadvantages they couldn't do a lot about.
I agree.
The one I actually did really like from German Galaxy ended up not even really mattering that much. It was the play for Hive Gyro getting Seekers. It didn't
Yeah,
actually
that
matter.
was wild. That was
Oh, we just
really
got a missile
good.
launcher hit.
Nice missile launcher hit. Like
Thanks,
as you
Tank Energy
mentioned,
Controller.
when you do Sank and you go up the elevator, usually it's pretty hard to like route out and exit, but that is pretty much just as good of an exit as you're gonna have.
Oh yeah, the Hive Gyro, yeah.
Hive Gyro
Only
safe
research.
station.
But also, like, if you get Skirt Attack at that point, do you still want an exit? You don't necessarily.
I think
really.
so. Yeah, just general tempo grounds cleanup. If you save
Oh, we're
there, you
doing
can always
boostless?
just go back.
Oh, that was a great boost list from Cosmonaut.
What was in there that justified doing? Oh wait, sorry, no, they're just doing the.
He's just proceeding.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
we're not going for the item. The
eating.
item was a missile.
It doesn't.
expansion.
It doesn't take very long just to spin the turret around to go forward.
Forgot that you have to spin the laser just a little bit to actually be able to progress. Hey, listen, I've played the game a few times.
Chica is dead.
Darn.
That's sort of a good hint. Although, like, if it was supers, I think they would have been probably fine not knowing if it was supers at this point.
Like, at this point, if we do need, in air quotes, supers, we would probably just go out of bounds and get the item that they were blocking.
Is Destron? Oh, they're checking the item. Okay, that's interesting. I almost never ever do this. And when I do, it's usually just like an SDK I do at the very end of my seed.
It is an SDK.
Oh. Well, there you
Nice.
go.
Called it. That is
That's-
still a good find because we do not have our hints. We're trying to get as many of these as we can.
I have 7 SDKs written down. Is it the same as you, As?
Yeah, 7.
Looks like looks like we do have 7.
7 without hints. Emblem. What happened?
We're out
Is
of
this
bounds in
abandoned?
Torvus.
This abandoned worksite? What's going on?
I have gone out of bounds here by accident several times.
Is that no way? That's what happened. Oh no!
It totally could have been.
Like, I want to see this because if they tried to set it up, it was probably on purpose for. Oh, are they trying to skip Emerald for Taurus Plaza? Is that why they're and they don't know how to do BSJ? Is that what's going on?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I'm gonna.
we are
check.
getting watch
I
stations.
just have.
Oh, we're about to get suit. We're about to get suit. That's the suit for Cestrion.
No, they did it on purpose. They've been trying it. They tried it a couple times. That's
Okay, I'm sorry. I have PTSD from this room.
No, I wasn't paying attention either. It was a good assumption to make. Where did the come from? I was looking at the hint. Is it Omega Pirate or
What?
where did the? Oh no, it was PPC.
Yeah, we already got that from Emblem,
PBC
but
one.
they just finally got that in Germany.
Listen, I saw Cosmo come out of the access room and for some reason I did Omega Pirate.
Oh
brain is
yeah,
all
the
scattered.
PCA gate is closed. They were just checking what was behind it.
Yeah.
It was a missile.
Okay. Well, Sisteron knows about all these keys, I think. Well, if they didn't put 2 and 2 together about Defiled Shrine, then they know about 6 of 9 keys, which they already have. So, I don't know about Sky Temple key hints. I probably wouldn't prioritize
Is
it
there
in my
something
brain
in
at the
ventilation
moment.
shaft?
I didn't see it.
Well, they
But
just
Cosmo's
scanned
gonna-
it, so I guess it's something.
Another
That's-
ST.
No,
Is
that's
that boost
supers.
ball?
Let's go! Prime 1 boosted that
I don't know what it
shaft.
is, but
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
Prime
it's
1
boost.
boost. That's good.
there it
What's-
is.
Ah.
That's
Oh,
logically everything together.
That's gross.
That is so rude.
nice
That's
point
awesome.
of no return boost ball.
No, I love it. That's
I mean, at least you don't have to wait for it, but
That's just kind of mean. Prime is definitely going to be feeling happy to have the boost ball though, because that's speed. And we are getting a Flagra check out of Robo Scout. They're going to find their emerald in a second here. Was that supers under the maze? It almost looked like it. That or just a normal missile.
Vault is not not doing wonders for Session's computer right now. Dolphin doesn't like running certain rooms and echoes, and Vault is one of them. The game lags extremely heavily. It's why I don't practice this game on Dolphin at all, along with the amp delay. That's extremely noticeable.
The big thing that delays Dolphin is, for me, the map screen.
Well,
opening the map with Z, it destroys my
that
computer.
screen doesn't really help my practice, but yeah.
You could say that room is kind of screwy.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Maybe Sestrion Vault tabbed.
Oh my god. That does do a number in a lot of PC games.
Is there going to be something in Cat West?
Drops.
Just a missile.
Where are supers? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I'm predicting MQB.
We're running out of spots for supers, so they've got to be here somewhere.
They're probably
You must reward is dead.
Because Echoes is just refusing to hit them. We haven't seen Lower Torvis hits.
Oh, there we go.
It's classic super locked super hint in Lower Torvis, possibly.
I think it's pretty likely that after... Well, I don't know about likely, but Emblem is going to, after this wall crawl, getting towards Plaza, they're going to go get the hint for Plasma Beam, and that's going to put them on the right track. I don't know if that'll incentivize RoboScout to get Annihilator immediately with Training Chamber wall crawl if they know it, but...
That's a cheeseburger.
It'll put them on the right track towards finishing, for sure.
And now we're in MQB. We've got 2 items left in the Phasod Mines. And we got 1 item left. That was a missile expansion in MQB. Will there be supers on Omega Pirate? What do you guys think?
Yes.
Getting likely by the minute.
By the way, where was Gravity Boost? We
got that was
ages
after.
ago.
It was the item after Spider Guardian in the tunnel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think
cool.
Sestrion saw it and just decided to not get it at the moment.
I was gonna bring up earlier whether you think Emblem might get any advantages out of Gravity, or whether back of Lower Tortoise is a good play for him. But
I think Emblem doesn't know that yet, but the German Galaxy knows that supers can't be in, which is the only thing they're really looking for at this point. I'm pretty sure they can't be in Lower Tortoise. So
yeah, Emblem's still looking for Seekers, and oh yeah, Poison.
I'm probably gonna go check
hints
now that we have Dark Suit.
Which is pretty bad.
Oh yeah, that's true. The Lower Tortoise has TKs.
Yeah, that's the only thing that we can have in Lower Tortoise that we would need.
Sestrion getting the last 2 hints?
Probably. I don't see what the other thing would be. And we do have Dark Suit now, so that's definitely a very good idea. We can do that, be perfectly safe.
Yeah, he'll just...
I've experimented with Abandoned Base Suitless before, just to, be really sweaty, and don't even bother. Just don't. Don't even try it.
Don't try this at home.
I did it once with 9 tanks successfully in a casual walkthrough.
Okay. Thanks, I'll make a pirate.
It's not good.
Yeah, Abandoned Base Suitless is kind of nasty.
Oh, Sestrion, you gotta do the screw attack bonk here. It's so much better than this. Also, you don't have to risk moving forward or anything and falling off.
And I didn't see what Omega Pirate had, but I assume it wasn't anything important.
It was an Inghive key.
Oh, we got an out of bounds.
Yeah, Cesareon's going for hints without supers.
For some reason it didn't register that. Oh yeah, we need supers.
Really far out of the aether here. Oh my god! Don't fall. The room's gonna load. Ah. Okay.
Well, yeah.
I was half
funny
expecting
thing
it to
about-
crash.
No, you won't encounter that here unless you try to ceiling warp. But something really funny about Abandoned Base, even though it only has base access connecting to it, because it's a copy of Path of Eyes in Grounds, it still has the load triggers for the other two connecting rooms that don't exist in the. Oh god, this ceiling warp is scary. It still has the loading triggers, so if you touch them, it attempts to load rooms that don't exist, which ends up not doing anything, but as a side effect unloads base access. So that's why you see me and other players who do this wall crawl, they have to sit and wait on the base access door for a bit as the proximity load finishes.
If you
The trigger ends up finishing.
That's interesting. I never knew that.
Wait. So if you unload, oh wait, no, you just have to load it again, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you just have to touch the trigger when you're wall crawling back there. It's super weird.
What is that? 8 keys returned?
No,
it's
it's
6.
6.
Ah.
One of them is probably
The
defiled.
supers in Great Tree Chamber.
Under temple access. We do need to go to Lower Torvus.
Great
Transit Tunnel
Tree.
East. Double Lower Torvus. And Defiled Shrine, like you said.
Okay, so
Okay, so they're gonna need the
know where
backpack.
gravity is.
Yeah,
just
I'm
get
pretty
that.
sure Cestrion peeked the hole and just decided not to grab it.
And we're resetting out of hints.
sure hope
Probably
that's the case.
to warp. Where did they last save? I assume Sank.
I'm pretty sure it was main gyro, but it might not be. If I knew where gravity was and I knew I was getting hints, I would save in main gyro and then get the gravity boost if I need it.
So that does mean that we know what we need at this point.
Also, yeah,
We're in go
Super's
mode.
in... The Echo Super's in Great Tree Chamber. That's interesting. Those
Wait,
were
what?
obtainable for a while.
They were?
Well, yeah. That's X-ray locked, wave beam locked, space jump, ice beam. And those were known.
I did
for
not
a while.
know that was there.
They were just
Well.
obtained like a few minutes ago.
Interesting.
Yeah, I wonder. This scene would have played out probably a little bit differently had Super's been found earlier by either team.
I think German Galaxy is probably going to try and finish without supers.
Yeah, that's pretty likely at this point. Just need to go get the gravity boost and go to Lord Torres and warp out. Looks like Cosmonaut's gonna go fight Ridley.
That's the play.
Yeah, it doesn't have anything else to do. They're just not.
Yeah,
gonna
we're
get
just
supers.
probably just going to do final bosses.
Yeah, Defiled Shrine without supers is something that's pretty well established how to do.
Yeah, I'd reckon they probably will be able to do that, no problem.
I think
nice
Cestron has
first
already
try.
nice first try.
Fourth.
Yeah, I think Cestron has already done it once in this tournament already. So
Oh, he made that look so easy. It makes me want to give learning it another try.
were you there when I was screwing it up? When you were watching DF and I play a few days ago? Oh wait, no, I think I was screwing it up with a different. Maybe it was when I was streaming the
I
other
don't
day.
remember.
Yeah, it took me like 20 tries that time, and I felt like such a moron. That trick is hard, but first try, nice.
Yeah, Echo Supers were in Great Tree Chamber.
Yeah, I was just talking about how they were accessible for a while. Basically, as soon as Wave and Ice are obtained.
Yeah, I guess it's. Yeah, I guess RoboScout just never. What? Oh, I'm thinking of like when they were in Bakachozo. I guess people just went through Overgrown Cavern and that was it.
Oh right, Emblem doesn't have seekers. Okay,
Yeah, we're
Emblem.
taking the path of eyes
If you're doing these aether jumps, you gotta do them closer to the door. You can do it on the other side of the door, and then you get a better visual indicator of the ether. And this also won't happen to you.
Roboscout did reverse frigate, but he did it coming out of mines. Would have had to do reverse bar skip to get to Great Tree Chamber from that point, so I guess he went in to mines through PTC and did it backwards. I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of unfortunate that he didn't route in a way that got him Great Tree Chamber earlier, because maybe Supers could have helped him out, but...
What was the other lower Torvis key that wasn't TTE? I actually didn't write it down.
Under Temple.
Under Temple Access.
Oh yeah, it was Under Temple Access.
Cool. Don't even have to consider doing your Under Temple routing to skip Power Bomb Guardian. Cool.
Yeah,
And we do get the boost into lower Torvis.
So issue for Emblem not having Seekers might be Cache if he doesn't know how to do that.
I would also recommend an Emblem in the future to just ceiling warp this room blind when you're near shrine access. You can crash your game if you ceiling warp this room while it's visible, but you can just ceiling warp it when it's not visible, and then there's no risk of crashing. When you just wall crawling around an extra room basically. And like what you're doing is much harder than just ceiling warping the start of the previous room.
Cosmonaut got the climb in Impact Crater really good.
It is why I made a video of it being done. So that you can actually take advantage of doing all the stuff.
Yeah, he's going for Exoskip, which he's done in every race so far.
Oh boy, do you think we'll get it? Do you think we'll get it fast?
Yes, but it's not
I-
doing it fast.
I think he's gonna fall down Phase 1 core.
Not a bad prediction.
Because he's done that in every race so far, I think.
Yeah,
Getting the
Exoskip is a tough
BSJ
one.
is... This is one of the scariest BSJs in Prime 1 from people who I know that do this trick. I mean, yep. That's Exoskip, I guess.
We are out of bounds. That's something.
There's aether jumping being done on 2 different screens right now, and the audio is actually syncing up for the 2 of them. It's funny.
Oh,
Wait,
well, we'll get
this
there.
room has an open ceiling. I didn't know that. That's actually super funny.
to be honest, I would have assumed it has an open ceiling, but you never really know.
It's other rooms here don't have open ceilings. It's just funny. There you go, main gyro. Lots of hints to read, and I don't think they're going to be happy about any of them.
Oh
'Cause
yeah,
they
they like hard need Annihilator.
Yeah, they need Annihilator for the plasma that they don't know about either.
All right, we got the room load.
Oh wait, no, do they?
I forgot.
Emblem Reddit, I think, but yeah, they also need Dark. Was Dark Visor obtained on their side? It wasn't, right? No, I don't see it on the
No.
tracker.
Starfighter was on Thardis.
Yeah, so
Yeah, they have a lot of problems right now, unfortunately. I don't expect them to finish, but we'll see. 'Cause it's pretty common for if people are really far behind and they don't know where their progression is, it's common to forfeit. Once you see the other team's done.
they've done a lot too. I don't necessarily fault them for anything either. They've cleared a lot of the game. It's just the stuff that they happen to miss is like exactly what they're looking for.
Yeah, it's worked out not very well for them.
I mean, they know where Annihilator is, yes, and RoboScout is going to be able to go pick it up. But it is, like, that's going to go get it is a trick of its own.
I think this Exoskip is definitely saving time.
They know where Annihilator is. They don't know. Oh wait, no, they do have Prime Boost now. That's right.
Yeah.
I forgot
Roboscout
about
does
that.
have Prime Boost. Oh yeah, they still have a Morbus to do as well.
Yeah, they still don't have the Phazon suit.
It's a good thing PMT didn't have anything.
Yeah, could you imagine? Goodness.
Maybe he would have just been incentivized to do it sooner, I guess.
Alright, we got it. That's Exo Skip.
I guess that's the thing where it's just like, okay, you just leave. Just have your Prime player leave a save in mines.
I heard that Toaster Party is the one who implemented the fix for the music not starting if you skip the cutscene too fast, and I just want to say thank you. This music's good, and I like listening to it.
Yeah, I can't stand not having the final boss music, so this is really something I gotta be very thankful for.
The first 10 seconds, this music is good.
I agree. It's the intro is definitely the best part of it, but the other parts, I used to, when I was playing the game like 5 years ago, it gave me a little bit of an adrenaline rush.
Okay, we're almost
It's good.
getting this terrible, terrible Annihilator spot.
That's Annihilator Beam. Just
Emblem
down for
just
Emblem.
left Temple Grounds though, which is the look. Does Emblem have the hint? I would assume yes, because they went to Plaza.
Yeah,
they have
it
it.
should.
They know where
So
Phazon suit
they
is.
just left Temple Grounds instead of staying in it to get the Plaza beam.
Yeah, good question.
Oh, you mean the Plasma hit? I thought you meant the Phazon hit.
No,
I'm not
the-
sure
the
they have
Plasma
the Plasma
hit.
hit.
The
Alright,
Plasma
well-
has an underground tunnel, so they should have it. They went that way.
Yeah, because they went to Plaza. They spent like a while wall crawling there. I would think that they would have read it after too, because Emblem got Emblem got Emerald during Taurus Plaza. They did have it.
During tour. I thought. You know,
And that's
I thought
time.
you meant during the wall crawl, but
No, they were already inbound, so they could have just backtracked to Meditation Vista and done it.
Cosmonaut finishes the game with an official race time of 1 hour, 40 minutes, and 6 seconds.
That's a pretty good time for the
That
platinum
is
player.
really good.
In this scene particularly. Like, I know German Galaxy gets a lot of finish times, like DF and I, where it's like 130s, 120s, etc. But sometimes you get a seed like this where the progression chain is just naturally longer, and I think 140 is a good time for this seed.
It's a fantastic time.
Sestron is doing the Defile Shrine without supers.
Yeah, this is our last SDK. I do think that Dragoneers is probably feeling kind of shaken at this point. They don't know that Sestron is about to finish the game, but they can probably guess.
yeah, even so, they have a good idea of how
Plasma,
far Roboscout is from finishing. They would have to beat Cestrion by that amount of time on the Echo side as well. So they kind of probably know at this point that they're not going to win.
Yeah, they're seeing the writing on the wall.
But it's
Gonna-
not a guarantee until that second person finishes, so they got to keep going until then.
Gonna give a constructive tip. Gotta use the scan visor to cancel super missile cooldown. You gotta do it. Trust me, it even feels good. It even looks good. It feels good.
Oh, is
You'll
that for
never be able to
cooldowns?
go
I
back.
thought that was like some kind of a lag reduction.
No, it's
No,
just
it's
to be able to shoot your gun again. It saves like over a second every time you do it. Like way over a second.
It feels weird
It still
at first,
looks
but it
cool.
doesn't take that long to get used to, I think.
It definitely feels good once you get used to it.
All you do is shoot the super, press D-pad left, and mash A.
The only time I've had issues shooting it too early is like on the Taurus energy controller door. That's where it always happens.
Where you pull out the scan visor too early, and then the super missile like goes down, and because the
Yeah.
door's far enough away from you that going down means hitting the floor instead of the door.
And also, like, because of the elevator ride, you're kind of... Oh, the other suit was in the life curve tunnel. Ew.
Nice.
Oh, it was? Ouch. That's
Boost.
gross.
But yeah, like, because you're riding the elevator up,
I-
the door comes into view like long before you can really get to it, so you shoot the super really early.
I guess Emerald is prioritizing STKs over just getting the hints.
Emblem
Like
is.
the Emblem could have got the underground tunnel hint right there. I don't see why they would be down here unless they just don't know about Plasma Beam, which is the underground tunnel hint.
Yeah, he's just.
They may have
forgotten
just
about it.
forgot.
Yeah, probably
That's
just
pretty-
forgotten.
I can see forget like if you that doing out of bounds from there to sequence break east side Torvis is not really
Just not used
it's
to it.
It's not a fast play compared to like doing the Forgotten Bridge BSJ. So you're doing it like mainly out of necessity. And then when you're in that spot, like it's obviously not going to be something you normally do. So because you're breaking your normal routing, you're going to forget the thing you normally do. Just check underground tunnel hint.
I think at some point, if you're doing extremely long wall crawls that just take way more time than they need to, you may as well just stay in logic. Like, you don't need to do a long wall crawl to get an artifact or a Sky Temple key when there are other logical things you can probably do that maybe have a chance of being what you're looking for.
Yeah, like he received Emerald during that. It is like if you just wait a bit, you may stumble across it. You also might not, but
Yeah.
if you
Whereas
do get
if
it during your wall crawl, then it's not helping you anymore.
Yeah,
Even
doing a
there's
wall
the
crawl for
opportunity
Forgotten
it to be
Bridge
beneficial for
is
you.
not the same as just doing the BSJ and doing it immediately.
We did see Cestrion take a save before starting final bosses. I do think that's a very safe move. I don't know if that was necessary, though.
I would say before final bosses on every race that I think I'm gonna safely win because I don't want to crash
this
on
is
Emperor.
locking it in.
No, I don't want to crash on Emperor. I don't think it's a death problem. I think it's that.
Yeah, in case you take a crash or a death or something. Otherwise, you could get sent back ages, and that could actually give them a chance to catch up. But taking a few seconds right now to just go ahead and do it when we're probably going to win on the first try anyways. Smart move.
Like, a death with this amount of health and Dark Suit is not dependent on the lack of Light Suit. Like, you would still die, regardless. Nice immediate jump.
Yeah, Emblem playing Parabon Guardian right now, which is
Ouch.
not gonna lead to much.
Not using Boost Ball either to skip the tracks. I hate this hit without using Boost. It's terrible.
He's using
And
it
that's
on, like,
Emperor Ring done.
The first.
Yeah,
track.
but you gotta keep using it on the later tracks to avoid the
He
power
just
bombs.
He just tried and
Oh.
he fell down, but he doesn't do the like thing where you like you go to the edge of the track and you like flick the stick away and then
Yeah.
to the edge of the track again to set it up.
That's what makes him consistent.
I don't know why that works.
Neither do I. Don't ask. I've got no.
He's on the
I remember when I
backside of
learned
How
it.
did he end up here? Oh my god.
I remember when I asked about it, like, because I had troubles boosting straight up, like, at the start, like you mentioned, and I asked DF, I'm like, how do you do this every time? It just doesn't work for me. And he's like, just release the stick and, like, roll back a bit and, and then hold up. And I'm like, why does this work?
Do you think we'll get centered?
Yes.
Yes, the answer is yes.
Ice.
Will it be because of Cestrion's own doing? We'll see.
Ice spreader on Powerbomb Guardian.
It was a little bit close to Dark Samus, but ended up doing a little bit of damage regardless.
Oh, she just tanked 2 missile hits to the face instead of shielding. It's not ideal.
Yeah, that's not what you want to see. You want to see shields every time. Because it sort of locks Dark Samus in place. Ah, centered.
That was a bit more. Cestrion had the opportunities to kill Dark Samus. That was not exactly.
Yeah, we
a
were
center.
getting lots of screw attack opportunities there. We just didn't quite hit all of them.
Yeah, this is like a medium center, I suppose. There's ones where she just like gives you so many opportunities.
Yeah, it's like a 25% or a 75% on the spectrum.
Misses the Phazon shot. That's unfortunate.
Oh, he missed. I don't see that too often.
Yeah, usually you see the miss because it's like we didn't get all of the particles because we got flinched or whatever.
You don't need all the particles to charge it up either.
Well, we missed like enough not to get the Phazon beam.
You know, plasma. Ouch. Oh, heal. Nice.
That was almost a miss, but we got it.
No, that was not a miss. Well, okay.
I said it was almost a miss.
Cestrion healed the Dark Samus because he shot her when she was going down into the, down to the ground. So her health bar went up instead of down. Or at least I'm pretty sure it did. Like, I was watching the Discord screen share now, and I'm pretty sure I saw the health bar go up, but the bitrate isn't the Twitch stream.
I don't see for sure, but that is the thing that can happen.
Dark Samus got shot at the point where the health bar does go up, so maybe my brain just auto-filled the health bar going up. But that's gonna be it.
That's time.
It was 140, high 144?
That was a
right?
finish time for Cestrion of 1 hour, 49 minutes, and 20 seconds in racetime.gg. That means that team wins. And the other team forfeits, unsurprisingly.
So
We'll have them here in the room to talk in just a second. It just takes a minute for SG to send out the invites. All right, there they are.
Hello, hello.
Whoa.
Very nice game, German Galaxy. That was some really impressive play.
GG's.
Yeah.
I gotta say, what decision had you feeling the best about your chances? Like, what did you do and you thought, okay, that put me ahead? Because there's a lot of different moments where you did individual things that just give you a huge advantage. Like
probably Hive Gyro Chamber.
Yep.
Yeah, we were talking about that as well.
That was the play of the tournament right there. That was so cool.
I know.
Yeah, we were gushing about it.
Like, he was like, oh, it's not in logic. I don't have screw attack. And then I'm like, well, here it is, right here.
Yeah, Emblem still doesn't have Seeker Missiles. Those were in Hive Gyro, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Is RoboScout joining us, by the way?
Ostensibly, where is he?
You could send the link to him if you want.
Alright.
But I'm sure we'll have him in a moment. That was definitely some good routing. Cosmonaut, I noticed you did a lot of out of bounds this seed. There was Training Chamber to get the Annihilator early, and then there was, of course, Exo Skip. How do you feel about that?
Wait, Exo Skip?
It was alright.
Yeah, Cosmonaut goes for Exo Skip.
I got out of bounds first try, so that was good. But I just wasn't expecting it, so I couldn't react in time, so I just fell. But other than that, the rest of the wall crawl was fine.
Yeah, falling down into Phazon Core is, it's pretty normal. It's something that you sort of expect to happen. It's very hard to avoid.
Yeah, that BSJ is stupid. Really stupid.
All right, we got RoboScout in here in just a second. All right, there he is.
GG's.
GG's.
Wait, what does Exo Skip?
It means that you don't have to fight Exo. You still have to have all of the items. It just gets you instantly to Essence, or you wall crawl.
Oh, wow, you did Exo Skip?
Yep.
Yes, Cosmonaut knows how to do it. He has the 55 or 54, 90%? I don't remember.
Oh yeah, that would explain it.
Yeah, he's one of the only runners in this race who does Exo Skip.
I think he's done it in every race in the tourney so far.
Yeah.
Yep, I think so.
Gotta get my practice in somehow.
Seriously,
Guess,
Hive Gyro Chamber.
Has Emblem already asked the questions?
Well, Hive Gyro Chamber had Seekers. Also, another item you didn't know. You did not get Thardas, so you never saw Dark Visor. Thardas had Dark Visor the whole time.
I was heading there right now, but yeah, that would explain it. Where was
Oh,
Plasma?
it was a great tree chamber.
Plasma was in War Ritual Grounds, I believe.
I knew
That's
it.
Great Tree Chamber.
No, Plasma was Profane Pass.
You're right.
Which
I
is
get them
awful
mixed up.
because you need Annihilator from Training Chamber, which needs boost from
Yeah.
Vent Shaft. So
And they didn't get boost. They went out of bounds to get Training Chamber, like, almost instantly.
Oh, yeah. Oof. Yeah,
yeah.
Vent Shaft, Great Tree Chamber, and then what is it? Life Grove Tunnel. Those three, like, right next to each other just made me very annoyed near the end of the seed.
Yeah.
I was just thinking,
You
like,
got the
hey,
ball
it's
at,
probably
like,
not
really-
worth it to check Great Tree Chamber. It's only one check. What are the odds it's something important?
Super misses.
It
Yeah,
didn't
with the
even
way,
end up being
the
found by the
way
other
that you
team,
had to
though.
route, you got all those things extremely disparately when they're next to each other. It sucks.
Yeah, they actually finished without supers. They skipped.
So Stroud
Yeah,
didn't
I
get
skipped
supers.
supers.
Is climbing Frigate Crash Site logical? Because Gravity
No, it's
Suit
not.
being where it
You need
was,
gravity.
like, I boost Vent Shaft. That's what I was looking for to make everything in logic. It's like, dude, it's not in my game. It can't be. And I just seen a Vent Shaft. I'm like, are you serious?
Yeah, that was something.
It is, I guess the reflecting pool is not logical without boost. Yeah,
I
that
thought
makes
it
sense.
was.
No, it's logical
might
without
have to
boost.
be.
Oh, it is? Oh,
Okay,
well,
so that's
I trusted
that's where it
Cosmo.
is then.
Cosmo's the prime one player here.
Yeah.
I didn't know the slope jump was considered beginner.
There you go.
Yeah, it is.
It's not hard.
Yeah, it's just the toads are slippery. So that's all it is.
By the way,
Wow, I was like worried about, man, I'm not gonna get boost. Ridley's gonna take forever. It's gonna suck. Then I found the power bombs. I'm like, okay, I think I'm gonna find it soon, and I did. And I knew that Life Grove had supers. Like right before I save for it, I was like, "Do you want me to just save scum for it to get your supers so you don't have to wall crawl?" He's like, "No, you can finish." I'm like, okay. And I knew it. I just knew it'd be over there. Those were my last 4 checks.
Yeah, you guys are both really good at out of bounds.
Well, I kind of failed the first attempt for the flat shrine, but the second attempt made it. I kind of somehow landed on the door awkwardly and then dropped down again, so I had to do it again. Climb up the room.
Yeah.
I like how
Those
the
collisions
only
are
two
silly.
out-of-bounds I did. Well, granted, one of them was actually necessary because I didn't have seekers, and I don't do seekerless seeker doors. But I did skip supers to check hints, so that was the one out-of-bounds I did. And the other one was going from where was it? Abandoned work site to Forgotten Bridge to unlock the Great. And that one took like 5 years. And then I ended up getting Green Translator like 5 minutes later.
I probably
Emerald
looked
Translator
at
came very early for German Galaxy. They got Flogger very quick.
Yeah, and Wave Beam at the same time.
I take a look for skipping the seeker door for hints. I'd take a look at doing the ceiling warp like right beside the door. You can't crash the game if the room's invisible, and then you don't have to wall crawl to the gateway room. You'll already be in bounds, and it's a one-sided door, so you don't need to worry about that.
Yeah, I know.
It takes
I know
like
one
maybe
second.
20 seconds instead of like 3 minutes.
That's fair.
Yep. That seeker skip sucks. You're doing it inbounds.
Like that wall crawl to skip the seeker door, if you do it well, is like only 10 seconds slower than doing the seeker lock first try. It's like it's a viable strategy in a run.
Yep.
Yeah. Also, congrats to German Galaxy for being our first team who's a lock for top 8.
Oh, yeah.
4-1, right? Yep.
Yep,
Yeah.
4-1. That's pretty much you're in. You win. You're almost definitely going to be in our top 8. Actually, you are definitely going to be in our top 8.
I don't know how. Was there gonna be any tiebreakers matches then, or?
No, that's not how it
I
works.
don't believe
It just
so,
goes
no.
off. It just goes off an automated base system that just says goes off who you beat and how they did. Which I don't know. I'm not particularly fond of it, considering it denied me top 8 2 years in a row for the prime tourneys.
Yeah, I honestly really don't like the system, but
Honestly, I'm kind of okay with this, just because it means it can't screw me over again this year.
Yeah, I tend to prefer Swiss with tiebreaker matches.
Well,
Yeah, I
mean,
think
like,
a tiebreaker match, like just like like the global we did for the global seeding round, might be better.
I generally prefer it. Like I'm in other tournaments that have a policy of doing stuff like that, rather than letting like the Boochels number challenge decide. But I mean, like, yeah, you're 3-2 now, Dragoneers. So you are.
Yeah, no, we're definitely out.
Yeah, I
No?
think
No,
I think
that's
by
not it.
tiebreakers it's not likely.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think I would say this is technically you getting screwed by it 3
Is-
times.
Is the tiebreaker
Yeah.
teams you beat or teams who beat you?
It's
How does it
Teams
work?
you beat.
No, it's every team you faced, I think.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
Dragoneers,
it's-
you guys
'cause-
ended up facing me and Mr. on Cosmos team, so
that can
Yeah.
help. Like, I may
in,
see,
in
actually.
total, you're probably gonna face 2 teams who are also making top 8 eventually.
Well, the thing is, you face stronger teams the further you go in without taking a loss. So early losses are bad. I want to say that was that a round 2 loss?
Yeah, we got
the one that we
round
played was
off.
round 2.
Yeah, round 2 we got kind of screwed over, anyways.
Yeah, it's not great. I'm not sure, but there's only like a couple 2 or 3 spots maybe for the 3-2s, so it's hard to say.
Yeah.
Also, by the way, Phazon suit on Amobus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was properly hinted, so it was actually honestly a good location.
Yeah, I
to be
didn't
honest.
immediately went for it. I was like, let's
Yeah,
get
neither of
Plasma
you did.
first, and then Phazon, because Phazon actually just it's like 1 check.
When you
Needed 4.
got it, did Cosmo already have all 9 keys or artifacts? Sorry, I can't remember.
No.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah, so you got it at a
Phazon?
good. Yeah,
N-
Phazon.
n- I
No, I
went.
think you still needed to get Sank artifacts, if I
Did
remember
I?
correctly.
That
Because I-
You
sounds
got them
right.
last. You got
I
them
was-
last.
I was thinking.
Yeah, I got them.
So
Mm,
I was
can't
thinking
remember
it would be
anymore.
it would have been better to get the Phazon suit after Cosmo was already able to fight Ridley, but at that point, like, you guys probably felt good about your chances of winning no matter what happened at the end at that point.
yeah,
Well-
just with the combination of the Seekers, the Dark Visor, and Emerald, and some other play. I think finding what was it? Yeah, already having most of the SDKs. Yeah, felt okay. I was just like, maybe I'll find SDKs going through mines. I even went back for Storage Cave just in case, but we felt
We
pretty
saw a
confident
lot
at that point.
of we saw a lot of STKs without the hints. Like, we knew about Defiled Shrine. Like, we were able to. I don't know if you guys knew about it while you were playing, but
Yeah, we did.
we had deduced it was an STK pretty early
Yeah.
on.
We thought maybe Hive Dynamo, but I guess it was a Chika key.
Yeah,
that
had
was a
to
chicken
be.
key.
Cestrion was just gonna thinking the multi pickup. It's like, maybe Spider Guardian and Hive Dynamo will have something like supers, and then he got the lockpick like first try for grab boost. It's like,
Yep.
Nice.
The lock
Yeah, we
pick,
commented.
That's a
We,
name.
we commented on that. That was really good. I mean, both of you did it in this race.
Yeah, and Blood did it much earlier. I thought it maybe it could pan out to an advantage, but supers were so late, and just like Laura Torvis didn't really seem
Yeah.
to play for a while.
Yeah, lower Torvis didn't really have anything.
I want to say
Yeah.
I really, really liked the quick thinking that Cestrion showed upon receiving Screw Attack and being like, oh, okay, Gyro is in logic. I'm going to go get it and quit out at the save station.
Yep.
That was...
Yep.
It was fast
big.
thinking. It ended up being worth it a little bit. Just a little bit. And, I don't know. It was just... probably not something I would have thought of. And I liked using that as an exit to leave Sank, because leaving Sank can be kind of awkward.
Yeah,
Yep.
it would have been even bigger if Plasma was on War Ritual, but it was still a good play. We deduced it was either Profane Path or War Ritual, so
Yeah.
thankfully it was Profane Path. We didn't need supers.
Yeah, there was the underground tunnel hint says that Plasma is in Sky Temple grounds, and I think Emblem might not have gotten that hint because of doing the wall crawl to Forgotten Bridge Spinner. Maybe he forgot to grab it.
Yeah.
Congrats on
yeah,
beating
'cause-
Caretaker Drone, by the way.
You did
Caretaker?
No, he was
No,
doing it in
like,
the post
just
game for
now.
fun.
I
Oh,
will
okay.
congratulate you on doing the ride
Oh, the
to
gondola
enter
ride?
Torvis.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
let's
took
go.
the
The ride?
We knew the commentators were going to be excited about that.
The
The
ride?
gondola?
Let's go.
Gondola.
The
No,
gondola?
no.
We called
No.
that,
It's
yep.
called the ride. It's called the ride.
The ride.
It's a gondola.
It's the max percent no space jump ride.
Yeah. That's great. It's really good. Oh, yeah, I think when I think Flogrun goes for my last check, so I was like, Boost has to be here or something? And the moment I entered Cestrion's like, oh, I've got your wave, it's on the ship. I'm like, ugh, I'm already doing the fight. But then I got one of the power bombs, it knocked off 2 at the same time, so I was feeling good about that. It saves like 20 seconds or something, just skipping a cutscene.
Oh,
There
And
was,
then it was
yeah.
Emerald, so I was like, oh my goodness, that is, yeah. That was
there was
such
a
good
back
play.
and forth
Terrific.
interaction. Can I mention the Cestrion, your team got Morph Ball immediately at GFMC. We actually, when you were going there, I was like, you're probably just doing communication area and going out, right? But Asder thought you were going to GFMC, and his idea ended up being the correct play because it was Morph. But
Yeah,
Emblem didn't get the Morph until after already doing Jump Guardian, so Emblem was able to get Wave immediately, like right at the same time as Morph.
Yeah,
So
the
we were
thing
like,
is,
okay,
I usually wait until I go through both of the Aegon mini bosses before making
Yeah.
that play, just so that I can hit everything.
yeah, that's what I usually do too. But
Yep.
in this one, it was weird.
Well,
We thought that would
Yeah,
be a
Cestrion too.
disadvantage.
yeah. I
I
even told Cestrion, I was like, I don't know if you should do GFMC yet. And then he did, and there was more.
yeah,
So I was like, oh, that's cool.
my thought process was, okay, if calm area is something important, then I'm gonna go advance further, and if it would have not been something, I would have returned to Aegon.
Yeah.
And calm area was, I think, Spider-Man for Prime, and that's why
Yeah,
I
it was.
was like, maybe I'm gonna go further, and then, well,
Which
paid
led
off.
to Echo.
But the
And
reason I thought it
I
was
almost
bad
forgot.
is because it ended up delaying Wave Beam a little bit for you guys, but that ended up
That's
being a
true.
good thing because delaying Cosmo's Wave Beam caused him to go to Flogra and get Emerald. So it was
Yeah.
it was back
Yep.
and forth.
Multi-world is stupid.
Yeah, multi-world is stupid.
Multi-world is
Actually.
stupid.
Yeah, the one thing leads to another. But I think
And then that
that-
Emerald gave the plasma hint too. So it just
Yeah.
like if you doing the Morph Ball first and delaying Wave Beam ended up like flowing into the rest of your routing basically.
Yep, pretty much. And I almost forgot I had Spider because of Fusion Suit as I was in Dynamo, and I think for a split second I turned around, I was like, wait, I have Spider, and that
Emblem
led to
forgot
the
a Light
Echo,
Beam
which
for
was
Jump
needed.
Guardian. I don't know if
Yeah.
you realized after, but you fought Jump Guardian with Power Beam, but you had Light Beam.
I mean,
Whoops.
last I checked, Jump Guardian doesn't actually take more damage from Light Beam necessarily.
Yes, it does.
it
Yeah,
does.
uncharged Light Beam is double damage. Charged Light Beam doesn't matter. You
Yeah,
can
it's
kill Jump
uncharged.
Guardian with 20 light ammo and 10 missiles. You shoot 2 light, 1 missile 10 times, and that's enough to lower its health. It's way faster than Power Beam.
I don't remember the correct values for like only power beam, but I think it was like 13 charge, 30 missiles, or something like that.
There's different combinations. Yeah, it's whatever combination gives you 1100.
Yeah. It feels like sometimes I shoot way more than that, and it still has like more than a sliver of health. Like it takes another charge shot like almost every time. I'm like, am I really always shooting like one less charge shot?
Maybe you're
I don't know, it's
undercharging some
weird.
of them.
Yeah, you're undercharging. That's definitely the answer.
If you
Okay.
pay attention to the thing on the side of the reticle, you can actually gauge whether it's done charging or not.
I think you
I
can't
do.
log on there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you don't
it's
log
I have,
on. You
I
you
have
can
to
use
you're right.
visual cue. Like when I
you
see
can either visual cue or controller rumble. Those are your two options for knowing your charge shots.
I didn't think of controller rumble.
I used controller rumble for that, and when I used to fight Omega Pirate, that was how I knew that my plasma beam was charged.
That's
Nice.
actually
Yeah,
smart.
I don't play with Rumble, so
Well, your loss was good in this game.
That's,
How do you wall crawl without rumble?
Visual cues.
That sounds insane to me.
Visual and audio cues, because Samus will
God.
dip, and you'll also hear like, I don't know, a foot hitting metal or something like. Poop.
Foot hitting metal.
Yeah, just something like that.
Yeah, if you're outside, or if you're outside of the, how to word this? If you're like on the bottom of the floor inside a room, her arm cannon will jitter a little bit, and I use that to determine.
Yeah, but I mean landing on standable spots.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about getting floor jumps.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's if you're like on not standable collision, she kind of she just kind of moves and bounces up and down. We were actually discussing this a week ago because I think Cestrion accidentally screwed attack out of bounds because he thought he had a standable, and I was like, well, if you want to be safe, don't hold forward. You won't be able to screw attack that way, but apparently it's if you're moving forward, even if the stick is neutral.
Yes,
Which
that's
I don't know if
correct.
I have a neutral. Yeah, so
That's how my DF strat for playing a Dark Worship Seekerless works. We don't hold up on this stick. We just move forwards by getting pushed up against the wall.
yeah, I just hold down right, I think, the whole time.
Yeah, that's the strat. Hold down right.
Yeah. It's a really good strat. It's just it all depends on your space jump timing and screw attack timing. Sometimes you just won't get the screw attack, I think, if you're jumping too quick. But it is a good strat. It's like I think it's pretty consistent.
I think we should get to wrapping up.
Yeah, I
else?
agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any final comments?
Just GG's.
GG.
Well, why doesn't somebody put the links to our runners and our commentators in the chat? Not me. And we do have 2 games coming up in the very near future. Tomorrow, this was just scheduled while we were playing, but tomorrow there's a game, June 19th, 7 p.m. EDT, between Hunch Bunny and D-Spies versus Emerald Pie and Epic Wave. They don't have the team names up, so I don't remember which is which.
That's Chilling with Kevin versus Sunshine Spark.
Thank you. There's no big RAs. It's just basically the same as we had this seed. And there's another game Thursday, June 23rd at 3:30 p.m. EDT versus. It has the best seed rollers versus Team Hot Dog.
Who's
and
Team
those are
Hot
our 2
Dog?
upcoming games.
Sound like a
Team Hot
bunch
Dog
of
is
losers to
Eric
me on Team Hot Dog. Sounds like a bunch of losers to me. They probably cheat too.
Yeah, they go out of
Yeah.
bounds. That's cheating.
Yeah.
Calling back.
I
Oh, you
remember in the
glitched through
Prime
catacombs? Cheating.
I remember the Prime tournament. We used to have this in joke that Ridley was always cheating because of the cutscene in Fendrana Shoreline. I like that joke.
H.
But yeah, those are our 2 upcoming games, and I think that wraps it up. Anything else?
Thank you all for
I've got
watching.
nothing else to add.
And thanks for watching, guys. Definitely tune in to our upcoming races, and I'll see you next mission.
See you.
Everyone.
Yep.
Later.